because, you know, it'd be nice to know who's playing for them. Kind of important, isn't it? What did you make of the first leg, Alfie? I'll start with you. Were you impressed? Were you disappointed?
It was ultimately poor, wasn't it? Like, we got effectively, like, maybe dominated is a bit too hard, stronger adjective, but, like, we were controlled for most of the game. Once, especially, you can't let Atletico get an early goal because they're just happy to shut up shop. They're going to just, and they're one of the best teams at doing that. Like, if we just, everything just went in their hands. Like, you can't start off, we were so shit. It looks, we're talking about everyone else shitting themselves before this game, especially this game in particular, second leg, because it's so important. It looks like they were shitting themselves. Like, they were so nervous.
Well, when we started to come out, and you know, the pressure was on them. We was getting in behind. The first half was woeful, to be honest. And if they'd have scored that second,
I think right, we've had it seems to be a little bit of a bit of confusion going there. It looks like the video's just started now, according to what I've been told. So if you are just joining us because we've been talking for 5 minutes, it's probably a good job after what I just said that the video wasn't live.
Yeah.
We are just going live, so we'll start all over again because I've already done all this, but we're now live. Are we live now, yeah? Are we sure?
Get a thumbs up.
Don't want to be wasting any more energy. So, Jay here for Stretford Paddock. This is the watch-along for the Atletico Madrid team. Madrid game. I've already lost my head. This is Adam Clare. Adam, thanks for joining us again. Alfie Hager's with us as well.
Nice
Also known as Couldn't Get a Ticket FC. I did that joke earlier, but you'll have missed it.
It was funnier before.
Thank you. We're going to get into the team news because the team news is out. I'll start off with Manchester United team news, obviously, because that's the most important bit of team news we've got. It is David De Gea in goal. Your back four of Diogo Dalot, Rafael Varane, Harry Maguire, and Alex Telles. You've then got a midfield of McTominay, Fred, and Bruno. Your front three is Elanga, Ronaldo, and Sancho. Big news is Paul Labille, Pogba dropped to the bench, and also Marcus Rashford as well. I'm not overly surprised about either of those decisions based on the Spurs game alone. I thought both of them were poor against Spurs, so I can understand that thinking. I know Pogba did produce a bit of magic for one of the balls, but it wasn't a good game for him, and it wasn't a great game for Marcus Rashford. On the bench, you've got Tom Eaton, Dean Henderson, Eric Bailly, Phil Jones, Victor Lindelof, Anna Wan-Bissaka, Jesse Lingard, Juan Mata, Nemanja Matic, Paul Labille, and Cavani and Rashford. Adam, give us your thoughts on that team. Are you surprised, happy, anything, all of the above?
Well, we spoke about this just before we actually started. The Varane and Maguire partnership at the back. Yeah. Obviously, we're going back to the Tottenham game. Maguire was probably one of the worst games I've seen in play in terms of his performance, his decision making. Obviously, the own goal wasn't great, but I would like to have seen Lindelof next to Varane. I think if we are going to go for it tonight, we do truly want to get through. I don't think that's the greatest partnership we could have chose.
Okay. Right, fair enough. Alfie, do you agree, disagree? You ready to take him outside and fight in the car park over that comment?
I agree, as you were saying on the failed attempt.
The failed attempts. The professionals we are, we've not even mentioned it.
In terms of people were saying about Maguire, do you drop him? Is that just going to absolutely shatter his confidence? But I think this is literally the most important game of the season, would you not say? I think
this is the most important game of the season.
You just have to pick who you think is going to perform the best on the night. And
I agree.
I think most consensus around the fan base would probably say Victor Lindelof is that man over Harry Maguire. We were saying about in the derby, Lindelof was arguably probably the worst defender in that game. But
that's a low bar.
Exactly.
At the same time, that we haven't really seen Varane and Lindelof with each other.
Yeah, not as much as you'd like, really.
Do you think, because obviously, we can tell you what, let's get into the Atletico Madrid team. Yeah. Make sure you are liking the video as well. Give us a like and a subscribe if you're not doing. We're going to get into the Atletico Madrid team. So I want to know if maybe that plays into Ralph Ragnick's thinking as well. So we've got, for Atletico Madrid, you've got Oblak in goal. You've got Ronaldo, Ronaldo, Savic, Jimenez, Llorente, Herrera, DePaul, Koke. Griezmann and João Felix. So you got Griezmann and João Felix up front. On the bench, you've got Lecomte, Christian, Felipe, Hermoso, Gonzalez, Ibra, Konogbia, Serrano, Moreno, Carlos, Suarez, Correa. I pronounced all them wrong. I don't care. Don't care. Felix, who is on fire. I think he's got 5 in 5, including one against us. Griezmann, we know what we're capable of. Small, quick, mobile.
Exactly who you don't want against Harry Maguire.
Yeah, because I thought, even though Harry Maguire, I've mixed Harry Kane and Harry Maguire. I've lost the plot. Why did I let Joe go tonight and I stayed here? No defence to you, lads. Yeah, Harry Kane, I thought, is more suited to Harry Maguire's style, and I thought he did a half-decent job at Harry Maguire. I know you said he made some mistakes, I understand that. But you look at those and you think, they could cause him issues, because he's not the quickest. If you get him behind him, he's in all sorts of trouble. So he's got to be at the top of his game. We have got lots of comments, and do hit that like and that share and that subscribe button. Liam Dunn says, Partington's finest leading the show. I'm nervous for this, boys. Yes, Liam. I am originally from Partington, Partington, massive. DB Cooper says, hey, Jay, good to see you as always. I can't believe you have the Fratelli's lead singer and Laurie Whitwell on today's watch-along. So you do have a touch of the Whitwells about you. Me and Joe Smith were talking about this. You know Laurie Whitwell?
I don't.
You don't?
Oh.
Right. If Laurie Whitwell is ever running late for the United press conference and he can't get there and you're near Cannington, I think he should send you and he wouldn't know. I think you could just put your hand up and go, Laurie Whitwell from the Athletic. And ask a question, you get away with it.
Cool.
Have we got Adam's picture, by the way? Can we get that on the screen?
I didn't choose this, by the way.
When we have guests on the watch along, we like to send a picture if we've not got one of you already, and we'll use that for the graphic. Adam's is amazing. It's absolutely. I'm gonna literally get it framed and put on my mantelpiece. And my missus and my family are gonna go, who the fuck is this? Why is he on the fucking mantelpiece? And I go, well, it's Laurie Whitwell from the Athletic. Can we get that up and everyone can have a look because it's amazing. Santa Notch is saying shambles. I don't know what shambles is. It's probably about us, Santa. Oh yeah, I've got to apologise as well because you wouldn't have heard my first apology. There was an issue with the predictions. Everyone who sent us in a score prediction. Going on here.
Oh, it's all going apart.
Anyone who sent us in a prediction, the system crashed halfway through the predictions. I think there was too much optimism for it to cope. So forgive me if you sent in a prediction and you didn't see it on the watch along. I apologise. We will get that fixed. So do keep sending in your predictions and we'll get it on next time as well. We'll make sure of it. Obviously, not the same one next time because that won't make any sense. But if you send us another one, we'll make sure we do it. Do give us your score predictions as well. And hit that like button. Let's get to 1,000 likes before kickoff. Yeah, we've got an hour, haven't we? Well, 55 minutes. Jeddy's Thor says, bring back Cam. Oh, that's harsh there. Harsh language.
Take at me, right?
You know, no, it's not. It's producer Cam.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. Don't you worry. It's not about you, that one. Do let us know what you think. Listen, we know this is a big game. This is the biggest game of the season so far. What did you make of the first leg, Alfie? And did you look at that game and did that game give you optimism for this one, or did it worry you?
Probably. I mean, just that can tell you that I'm a bit worried. I think. I mean, something that does give me optimism now is that Kondogbia is not starting because he absolutely dominated that midfield. But in terms of, as we've been saying, everyone else, like all the fans, are absolutely nervous as hell about this game. And I feel like in the first, like the players they looked visibly nervous. Every touch looks like they were panicking, and it's just like, and then that obviously just invites on the pressure. Atletico can get in a quick goal, and then they can sit back, which is all they want to do. They just want to keep it. To score early, defend because you're not going to break them down.
Yeah, well, and they had another chance just after they scored.
Oh yeah, I mean it wasn't just like it was probably for about first 10-20 minutes something we couldn't like stay calm. It was like everyone was having a panic attack on the pitch or something. But like, I think I mean later on it's. Did we grow into the game, or was it just they let us have the ball and just by the factor of how much we had the ball?
I think we settled down second half. To be fair, I think we passed it around a little bit better, and obviously we got them on the counter attack at the end. But going back to the team today, I think McTominay and Fred starting. We are going to play I think we're going to play a bit deeper and try and get them on the counter attack again. Yeah. Hopefully, we're a bit more calm from the start of this game. And we'll go from there,
Yeah, it was a weird one, wasn't it? Because after that first 20 minutes in Madrid, and I was over there, and I was sat behind a goal in front. I wasn't with the United fans; I was in front of United fans, and I was watching it, and I was just
You're rubbing that in,
gutted.
aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, I am rubbing it in. Yeah. Well, I'm paying the price now. No disrespect to you guys, but I said I'll go Madrid and I'll let you go and do the Old Trafford one. But I was watching those first 20 minutes and I thought we're going to get hammered here. This is going to be over. This tie, never mind the game, the fixture will be done and we'll be out of the Champions League before we even got to Old Trafford because they're all over us. And it wasn't even that they were great. I thought they played okay. We were just awful. Defensively, as you mentioned, Alfred, there was no communication between the centre-backs and the goalkeeper. You had that moment with David De Gea, as someone else has mentioned, where he threw it to Rafael Varane when he wasn't looking. I mean, there was just all sorts going on. And I felt that basically it was a missed opportunity for Atletico. They didn't get the second goal that they should have got whilst they had that possession, whilst they had those chances. And then we basically, I think, was it 2 efforts, I think? Or maybe it was the first effort, I think, we scored from. Yeah, and it was, Alanga's first touch. When that went in, I thought he'd scuffed it. I thought he'd missed this. Because it seemed to go in slow motion. And I was stood up and then I did a celebration and realised I was in with the Madrid fans. But it didn't matter because lots of United fans were sort of scattered around the ground anyway. It was great feeling. And I felt like we were going into this game with the slight advantage. I felt like if we didn't lose in Madrid, I fancy us for it. I felt if we give Simeone a lead to defend, Jesus, you will see the biggest amount of time wasted in defensive, low block, or whatever you want to call it, you've ever witnessed in the history of association football. Get involved in the comments, let us know your score predictions. Alfred, I don't think we got yours. What was your score prediction?
Score prediction? I haven't actually thought about it.
While you're thinking about that,
give me a second.
Adam, Claire, what's yours?
I'm going to say 2-1. I think we could go 1-0 down again.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I think I was thinking that, to be fair.
I think again, grow into the game second half. I don't know.
I mean, we're not exactly been a second half team though, have we, as of late? So.
All right, yeah, we've been talking about Adam's. Get Adam's picture up here, right? This is Adam Clare's picture. Look at that. I don't know why there's. What was that? What is going on over there? Oh my gosh. Let's try again. Can we do? There we go. Hey.
Just leave that after the Austrian.
I didn't choose this picture. You chose that for me, mate. You must have seen something in it. That's straight from my WhatsApp. I think that looked pretty good, to be honest.
Look at that. There, you can see it there. That is a proper... I don't know whether that's a boy band shoot or it's mum's got a voucher for a photo shoot. Like, we're all having our photos done this Sunday, so make sure you're not hungover. And you're like, what? Are you having a laugh? Listen, I got it down the market for 20 quid. You're going. Right? I can't work it out.
Leave it up there.
Yeah, let's just leave it. I think we should... In fact, if I just look down here, I'll just do the rest of the Watchalong like this. And we can pretend we've got Laurie Whitwell and Adam Clare on it. Right, as you may have noticed, we've all lost our minds with anticipation of this game. We can get rid of that now because it's making me feel very ugly. Smithy is giving predictions. He said 1-1, lose on pens. I went 1-1, win on pens. Caleb the Ertler says 1-1, another penalty disaster inbound. It seems like quite a few people think we're going to... Heaven Soul says professional headshot. That Are you auditioning for things?
That was just a professional photo shoot.
Sorry, you can. I'm in the biz. I get it. Hey, I was in a Happy Mondays video once. Oh, I didn't make the cut though. Yeah, I ended up on the cutting room floor. I was in 9 as well. I've carried that with me for 33 years. 33 years I've been walking around with that. It hurts. And you know what the worst thing is when that video, Rope for Luck, pops up on YouTube and I'm not in it. Gutted. Gutted. Hey, killing kids' dreams before they've even got going. Danny Inns says, I was going to make a joke there, but I won't because it's beneath me. Danny Inns has been a member of the first team 20 months, says, need Ronaldo to have a great game again tonight. I'm going to go 3-2 United after extra time. Up the fucking Reds, up the fucking Paddock. Thanks for all your support, guys. Quite a few people have joined the members section. If you join the members section, you get extra content. You get a discount on merch and you get extra videos. We put some extra videos on there that you don't get on normal channels. We don't, you're not missing out on certain things. We don't take things off this channel. You get all the good stuff on here as well. But we put a little extra stuff on there, like behind the scenes stuff, bit more jokey stuff, like Desert Island, this type of things. Not necessarily all United related as well. So join the membership, you check that out. I'm going to get into some of the score predictions. Leon says 4-2 after extra time. 11 Ken 11 says 3-0. Cristiano Osegon says 3-1 win and brace from Ronaldo.
I'm glad they're feeling a bit more optimistic than me about this.
I know. Ross Murphy says, has Jay been on the full Pepsi Max cherry? I've lost my marbles, mate.
God,
the nerves have kicked in.
He's just put it under the table.
Keep it away from him.
I've got one here. But I do feel nervous, when the game starts, and I don't feel as bad when I'm there. Do you know what I mean? When you're at the ground, you got other people to just chat like with load of you. It's like, all right, yeah, you get a bit of an excitement, buzz. Here, it's like you're going through the stats, you're looking online at certain things, you're going over certain things time and time again. Talking about going over certain things, you can see the team news there. Now, one thing that's not been a talking point of late, but it was in the summer, was David De Gea. Well, it has been a little bit of a talking point, I should say, but not as big as one as it was in the summer. There was a big debate going on about whether him or Dean Henderson was going to be number one. Ollie had sort of said he had 2 number ones, hadn't he, last year, which is a load of rubbish. Dean Henderson seems to have got himself into a position where he was preferred in the league, and David De Gea was used in the cup games, which kind of means Dean Henderson's your first choice, really, doesn't it? You know what I mean? Since then, Dean Henderson got COVID. David De Gea's come into the side. I think he was Player of the Month in January. He's been getting a lot of plaudits. Some people saying he's back to his best. Adam, I'll ask you first. Where do you stand with David De Gea? Do you think he is good enough for Manchester United? If we are going to chance for the top honours, do you think he is back to his best? Or do you think that maybe we should be looking at keeping a summer or even Dean Henderson?
I honestly think he's the best keeper in the world.
Okay.
I really do.
I'm not being funny. You can't just sit on the fence. I need an answer.
I think when we did bring Dean Henderson in, that was probably the best thing we could have done, because I think it's actually kicked up the arse a little bit.
Okay.
I think it's give him confidence coming back in, start the season, starting fresh. It seems like he is coming back to... Well, I think he is at his best. I actually think he's better than he was 3-4 years ago now. I think he's matured into his game. I've been looking on Twitter, there's a lot of talk about Ederson and Alisson and how they are, the next generation keeper, this 11th player outside the pitch. I don't like it. He's a shot stopper. Who would you trust on a one-on-one? I think you'd choose De Gea over anyone in the world. Well, I would anyway, but I'm biased. I honestly think he's back to his best, and I think we'd be idiotic to get rid of him. I think we should. Well, I'd like him to stay for his career, to be honest.
Okay, Alfie, do you agree with that?
I agree with the part of bringing in Henderson. I think it has clearly set a fire under De Gea a bit. He has improved undeniably. I would disagree in saying that he's back to his outright best. I think beforehand, when he was at his best, it still wasn't amazing, but I feel like his distribution used to be better. It feels like there's been a regression in that sense.
Distribution I can agree with, but it's not massively important to be from a keeper, I don't think. He won Player of the Month in Jan. I can't remember the last keeper that did that in Premier League. It must have been...
it's probably been a while, I'd imagine.
That says a lot.
Yeah, I agree, but I think... at this point, this is me speculating. I don't know. But, in terms of... and I think people like Harry Maguire, regardless, need to take more accountability for his own performances, and he should just be better, no denying that. But do you reckon, maybe because of his lack of distribution or whatever... and we've seen how poor our defence has been as of late. Do you reckon his lack of distribution has made the defenders less confident in terms of they're not confident in playing that ball back to him and keeping possession, and so it's inviting pressure onto them, making them easier to be pressed?
Maybe, but as a centre half, you should know how to play out from the back.
I agree.
I don't think that should be on De Gea.
I'm not saying that's the sole thing, but I'm saying, is that a factor maybe? And it's is that something you can improve on? Because as Man United, we should be looking to have the best and to be the best, and if there's something we can improve on, we should look to address that. Yeah,
that's a great point. However, let's say we do, end of the season, we go, right, let's get a keeper that can distribute from the back. He can come off his line, take it early. We're losing the best shot stopper in the world.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm playing devil's advocate here a bit in terms of I'm not De Gea's biggest fan. Especially you're hearing talks of a contract extension. I don't think we should be doing that. Just because of the wages that it's going to be, and he's going to be getting older at that point. But in terms of, I'm not exactly there's some people who are get De Gea out of the club now. He's not good enough. I'm just kind of I'm happy for him to stay for the moment and just because you're not going to sell him either for a fee, really.
No, I don't think so. But
so I'm all right having him for maybe just until his contract runs out, but I don't think you should be extending him at all. And I think in the long run, we do need to get someone who is more capable on the ball and does fit that sort of. Again, in terms of keepers, I think you're highlighting saying you think it's not that important for keepers distribution. I think it depends on the system, really.
I don't think it suits our system. I think.
Well, I guess all we can say about is Ranić at the moment.
Yeah,
and his system.
I suppose so.
Because it depends who we get in. But I think it is important in his system because
me,
you've got such a high line.
Yeah, if you put the Henderson in from the start of the season, I think we'd probably be about 8th.
Really?
Honestly. Truly believe that.
I think De Gea is better than Henderson at the moment. I agree with that.
I agree with some of the things you said. Like I think shot stopping, I've seen some of the saves he's done have been great, but I still have an issue. I do have an issue with his distribution. I do have an issue with him not coming off his line.
Yeah, same.
And I think even against Spurs, when you saw it in the second half and the ball went over for Son, and it went over and it went out, only just. If Son gets there, he scores. And David De Gea just sort of left it. And I think sometimes. You saw it against the Scousers for I know you go, it doesn't matter because they scored so many goals. But I think it was the 4th goal where him and Shaw, for me to you way, and the ball comes over. And I think sometimes he just needs to come out a bit more. And I think for me now, he's never going to do that. If he was going to do it, he'd have done it by now. He's never going to have that. He's obviously been trained when he was younger. Listen, or maybe it happened when he comes to United. Stay on your line because you're getting bullied. Just focus on you because you're such a good shot stopper. But he's never been that commanding sort of keeper that we need. And I think sometimes it's just becoming a bit of an issue. And I like De Gea, I do. I think he's a great keeper. I'm just not sure that if you want a challenge for the Premier League, I know he won one in 2013, but I think we've changed how we play.
that's...
I also think he won the one behind, for me, two of the best defenders of all time in the Man U, Vidic and Rio Ferdinand. So I just don't know. I don't think that argument of I know you're not making it, but the argument that people have made of he won the title with us before works anymore. That's like saying Juan Mata won the Champions League with Chelsea.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not valid anymore. So I just feel with De Gea, it's weird we're even having these discussions for a keeper that is 30, I think, sorry. He should be at the top of his game. And whilst you think he is, I'm not so sure, bro. I understand what you mean about shot stopping. He just makes me nervous sometimes in his area. And I think he's not helped. You are right. I think everyone can agree. He's not helped with that defence because that defence can look shaky. But then a part of me thinks, is it chicken and egg? Because I don't think Maguire looked that bad with Dean Henderson behind him. I don't. I think last season, before he got injured, Maguire, in those, whatever it was, 12 games, whatever it was, that Dean Henderson played, they looked confident. We had quite a lot of clean sheets. And then it went, obviously Maguire got injured, Henderson got COVID. This season, for whatever reason, it's been a bit sort of, up and down at best. Do you agree with Adam? Do you agree with Alfie or me? Or do you agree with none of us? Do you think David De Gea is, as Adam's saying, the best goalkeeper in the world? Do you think that he's not far off that? Do you think he's nowhere near that? Do you think his distribution isn't an issue? Do you think it is? Let us know what you think about David De Gea. I mean, he's not the biggest problem by any stretch of the imagination of Manchester United. It's just a talking point. I mean, there's probably like 9 other players in that team that you'd start to question before you start looking at David De Gea, if we're being brutally honest.
If go back to just that point about Henderson in terms of Maguire specifically looking more confident, again, I think under Ollie, like later on in his tenure, and under Ralph, you're playing a high line, which doesn't suit Maguire and his latter pace. So there's 2 factors there where Henderson being much more confident to come out to sweep, that benefits Maguire. That's sort of like, maybe it's not even a distribution as much, but more like the lack of coming out and sweeping,
I think Henderson,
which I think is
a lot better at than doing that. Very commanding.
I mean, which is what I probably should have highlighted in terms of how the goalkeeper's not helping the defence and making the defence look a bit worse than it probably is. And again, that's Maguire's. Well, you can't help that he's slow, but Maguire's fault. So for his flaws, it's not anyone else's fault. But if you're going to play him, then you've got ways to cover up for that. There's ways to cover up for it though, and we're not doing our best to help that.
It's a mixed bag in the chat, like on this table. You've got SDSH12 saying De Gea's distribution is terrible. Anton Chigurh says didn't save a penalty for 5 years. Assam Han says totally disagree on De Gea being kept. We need to get a keeper with better distribution skills. box command, saving penalties, on the huge contracts up for renewal. Now is the time to move him on. 11 Ken 11 says with the good defence, De Gea is unbeatable. BMW Racing 1974 says if De Gea could come over off his line and command the box, he would be lethal. Good shot stopper on the line. Mitchell Clark says, why is Jay not at the game? Well, it's a very good question, that, Mitchell. Jay's not at the game because he's an extremely, extremely generous, kind-hearted, benevolent man who, you know, through the goodness of my heart, has let Joe Smith go to the game with my ticket tonight because he never gets to go because he's always doing a watch-along. I went to Madrid and I went, you know what, I got back and said, you know what, Joe, it's not fair on you because me, Maka, State, we all go to all the games. You don't get to go any. You have to sit here with these muppets waffling inane drivel in front of a screen. So why don't I take over and do that for you? And he went, okay, thank you. And the sort of salt in the wound for me is he got to meet Rio Ferdinand. He's been chilling and chatting to Rio Ferdinand as well. And that video's coming out soon. So not only have I missing out on the biggest game of the season, I also missed out on the chance to interview Rio Ferdinand. So that's Steve's interviewed Rio Ferdinand, Mackin's interviewed Rio Ferdinand, and Joe's interviewed him twice. And I haven't even interviewed him yet. And I'm the multi-award-winning journalist on this channel. So that's a disgrace. And I can't even put it down to racism because Macca's brown. K-Arm and TV says Maguire is great in the 3 centre-back. He would be good in Atletico 3 centre-back lineup right now, just like England. Yeah, we keep getting back to the Harry Maguire. Sorry, is Webby ringing me? I think he might have a ticket.
Live calling.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, Harry Maguire. What do you make of Harry Maguire? I know we talked about it earlier, but while I message Webby back, you can talk about Harry Maguire and we can have a single on him.
The price tag is a major factor. No one can avoid that, can they?
No.
I think when he joined, I think he started well. I think I saw glimpses of what he could have. I actually still think he's got that ability. At the moment, I think he's majorly low on confidence, which is why I'm half glad that he's starting tonight. I think he's got it. I think Varane is helping him massively. I'm hoping that through the remainder of this season, hopefully in the start of next season, it will bring the confidence back up for him. If we can get top 4, we start fresh again next year, and hopefully it will come back into it. I'll always stick by the players. I don't care.
Obviously, like you don't want to. Like I'm not for piling on any player sort of like in terms of.
But I'm constantly shouting at him.
Yeah, I'm constantly absolutely fuming at my TV and throwing the dog about. Yeah, I agree in terms of. It's a combination of, again, he's obviously low on confidence. No one can deny that, and I think it's. I prefer the system that we're playing, but in terms of the system doesn't exactly favour Maguire's traits and attributes, so that's a pretty lethal combo looking a bit shit. I think another thing that's contributed to, again, just Maguire's lack of confidence and United's is, even though, again, you're seeing like people probably want Lindelof to start a bit more than he has done, and then Maguire's been dropped and then brought back in. It's like, so you've not really had a consistent back line at all throughout the season. And I think, especially in defence, you need consistency. You need players who are just going to play and just build up that chemistry. And that's, I think it's undeniable that the defence should communicate far better than it does. You don't see them talking to each other at all, barely. But that sort of thing develops through playing together more and more often. And I think that's not helped anyone in terms of... because you're seeing...
I mean, even with the fullbacks as well, we're seeing all 4 fullbacks chop and change, aren't we?
Definitely.
It doesn't excuse the mistakes that
Maguire's making. We'll get to that because it's a good point you made about the fullbacks. Because I'm old enough to remember, you probably won't, well, you won't because you weren't fucking born. But in the 90s, the fullbacks we started off, we had Dennis Irwin and Paul Parker, won us a couple of leagues. Then we had Dennis Irwin and Gary Neville for about the next decade. Then you had basically Patrice Evra and Gary Neville, and then it was Patrice Evra and Wes Brown. Yeah. And then you started getting in towards Patrice Evra and Rafael de Silva, or Patrice Evra and Antonio Valencia. But my point is, for about 15 years, you always knew your fullbacks were. Whether it was Neville, or probably about 20 years, whether it was Neville or Parker or Wes Brown, or whether it was Irwin or Evra. There wasn't any changing in the fullbacks, unless it was to rest them. Unless it was like, this is a Carling Cup game or a League Cup game, whatever you want to call it. Let's rest them. There was none of that in the league because you always knew. This season, every single game, is a toss-up. Who is going to start left back? Who is going to start right back?
I mean, yeah, you're having 5 to 10 year spans pretty much of knowing, not even just the fullbacks, the whole defence pretty much. If everyone's fit, we know who's starting. Like, and not just, obviously every player individually was really good and like that helps. But just, you can't like even begin to understand like how much that helps the defence play better and just like know each other. Like, there's probably things that they know about each other that they don't know they know about each other, like subconsciously they just know and you're not going to get that with everyone chopping and changing every week and not knowing who's going to start.
That's it. From playing football, amateur football, made that clear. As a centre half, my best mate was left back. I know exactly what he's doing at every single point. I know what decisions he's going to make. I know what he thinks. That I'm guessing that was the case with Evra. Ferdinand could let Evra do what he wants. He knows that he's going to get back at the right time. Whereas, Tellez does like to bomb forward. I think he's a great defender, don't get me wrong, but sometimes he's a bit lackadaisical getting back. I think Shaw does come in, he tucks in quite a lot.
He does tuck in quite a lot.
And I think that was...
It's weird. I think that must be a tactic. Because I don't understand why he keeps doing it. And I don't understand why we have it.
Because you've seen that through every manager, though, I think. So I don't think it is a tactic. I think it's just his
But why has no one said to him, just get over to the man and don't let him cross it? Why does he always let the person who's on the right
so many
wing?
goals have been conceded from him being tucked in and the ball's been...
I don't get it.
Across the box.
Yeah.
Zachary Purvis in the super chat says, why take 3 centre-halves and not throw a Hannibal, McNeil or Garnacho in that spot? Let them experience tonight. 2-1 United. CR7 wins it at the death. It's not a bad shout because we've got 2 goalkeepers, haven't we? And we've got 3 centre-backs, which does seem a little bit excessive. Would it have killed us to have had Hannibal Mejbri on the bench or a Charlie McNeil or Alejandro Garnacho? All been doing absolutely superb. The lads who have been doing amazing stuff for the under-18s this season. So, yeah, maybe that wouldn't have been a bad shout. To be fair to Ralph Rangnick, he has given youngsters a chance, hasn't he? We saw Charlie Savage get his debut. We also saw Zidane Iqbal become the first British South Asian to play for Manchester United, which was a very, sort of fitting and exciting night and an emotional night for a lot of people as well, because that was a particular glass ceiling that was broken. I know Maka was absolutely buzzing about that, and rightly so. He's been watching that lad for a long time, and he couldn't wait for that. And it's good to see representation across Manchester United. Mank Mike says, Mank Mike 93, sorry, says, Jay, we salute you for taking one for the team, and we all love you anyways. Thank you. Big T even guitar says, oh, that's nice of you, Jay, letting Joe go and get my words out. Can we talk about bald guy products? I'm bald as an eagle, but can't get mine as shiny as yours. I just use a bit of Brasso. You can get it if you look for it. I'm going to go through the rest of the team. We spoke about the fullback, spoke about the centre-back. Well, we haven't really spoken about Raphael Varane. I mean, because there's probably not much to discuss there. I think we all agree.
One of the best centre-backs
of
the last decade. What more do you want to say?
You don't win 4 Champions Leagues by being rubbish. So Raphael Varane isn't really an issue. Scott McTominay and Fred. I'm going to start with Fred because I thought Fred found his Brazilian passport on Saturday. Didn't he? Eh? Whether you like Fred or you don't like Fred, you cannot deny he was mint against Spurs.
Oh, it's quality. I mean, I'm not trying to be like, oh, look at me. I was like on the hype train before. Because undeniably, Fred's had some absolute shockers this season. And just throughout his tenure at Man United, he's extremely inconsistent. But there's the attributes there of being a very good player, and if you use him right and you know if he knows what he has to do, and you make the game a bit simpler for him by playing him a bit further forward, where he's not having to play really like accurate line breaking passes. He's got quality, and he's like.
You got to remember we did buy him as a centre attacking mid, didn't we?
I mean,
I think he got the most assists that season, the season prior to when we bought him in his league. So when we did start obviously dropping him back, I don't think he was quite used to it.
I think it was a bit
because we don't have anyone else there.
A bit like a Donny van der Beek situation where he can play that and he has played that in the past, but is that where you're going to get the best out of him? Is that where he's most comfortable? Does he have the full rounded skill set to do that? No, like clearly not. Like
That's it. Well, I think that's the biggest issue at the club at the moment in terms of the players we don't have is definitely the holding midfielder. Because once we've got that player and we can play one there, and Fred can go up and do what he wants.
I mean, it's what everyone's been banging on about all week, and like rightfully so.
Mm-hmm.
How much better do we look when Matic plays and he's actually like fit and had a bit of a rest? Like
he's just a bit. What we call him static.
He's
He's great at what he does, but he's just he's always been slow, hasn't he? I don't think age is a thing. I actually think he's matured as a player. He's just not got the legs, has he, to keep up? I think which is why I don't think he started tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, with the midfield, it's a funny one. The thing with Fred is, I think Ralph Rangnick, and this might go against what we've got on the screen, I think Ralph Rangnick sort of identified Fred as not being that holding midfielder Ollie used to try and use him as. And he's more of a box-to-box, even more of an attacking one. Yeah. At times, he seems to almost treat Fred and Pogba like it's one or the other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You saw it in a few games where Fred started or Pogba started and then they swapped. He's brought one on for the other one. So he does seem to see Fred as more of an attacking player.
I mean, it is possible that lineup is a 4-3-3.
It is. We've got it as a 4-2-3-1, but it might not be that. That's just us guessing.
The thing with McTominay is, again, I think he's got the ability to be a decent number 6, but it's just his positional discipline. It's a good characteristic as well, in the sense of you've seen him score a good few goals for Man United. It's some beautiful goals, but especially if you're playing as a lone 6, you just stay back. Just don't do any of that.
That's it.
And it's just, you're left so, especially in front of an inconsistent, both in terms of performance and how often they're playing, and lacking in confidence defence. You just can't do that. So I'm assuming it probably is Fred further back. But like, it's just.
I'm unsure. I actually think we'll have McTominay holding. I honestly do.
I think
especially from the Tottenham game.
That could easily be
maybe
a 4-3-3, couldn't it?
Yeah.
With McTominay holding, he's got his work cut out. I mean, if we go over to the Atletico team there, I mean, they're set up by the looks of it as a 5-3-2. So they've got the Paul, Herrera, and Koke in their midfield. So could you have? I mean, we obviously got Griezmann and João Felix up front. Could you have McTominay as a holding midfielder on his own? Would that work, do you feel, against Atletico Madrid? Is that too much to ask?
I'm just worried because both of those forwards have the ability to drop deep and manipulate. So I think Maguire's prone to being drawn out.
Yeah.
And I think, again, McTominay's lack of positional discipline, I think you could just very easily get overrun in that area if you have only McTominay there. I think
we could see him drop in as a third centre half to sort of imitate what Madrid are playing, because
I mean, yeah, I agree. I think if you get into him right and give him specific instruction, right, you are staying here. That's all you're doing. I think, yeah, it could work. You could see him do that, especially because he plays centre half for Scotland. And I think that could potentially work. But again, it's just in terms of, I mean, you've seen from United, obviously I don't know, but like seemingly players just neglecting instructions after setting half. I just think that would be quite risky in terms of using McTominay to do that and expecting him to.
Risky. This is the thing, innit? Everything about our midfield, no matter who we use, the feels at risk. Because Matic is, how much has he got left in the tank? He played on Saturday. If you start him, it's going to be risky because of his legs. But somebody's not a natural DM. That's risky. Yeah. Fred, if you're asking him to out there,
he's going to lose possession.
Yeah, it does feel like you haven't got that safe pair of hands in a holding midfield position that you need. And for me, United have missed a trick by not addressing that. You could argue sort of. All the successful teams in the Premier League, especially since 2013, probably earlier than that, every team that's won the league, including us in 2013, had an excellent holding midfielder.
Yeah.
2013, we had Carrick. When Chelsea won it, or when Leicester won it, they had Kante. When Chelsea won it, they had Kante. When City won it, they had Fernandinho. When the Scousers won it, they had Fabinho. Yeah. You always had that player who can just do that job, who can just sit in front of the defence and get hold of the ball and give it to someone who can go and create things. Every sort of successful team for the past decade, if not earlier, you could probably go back further, to be honest with you, until you go back to the old 4-4-2 days where you didn't even have an holding midfielder, you just had two midfielders like Scholes and Keane or whatever. But every team over the last decade has had one, and we've just ignored it for about the last 3 or 4 years and just thought we'll be all right without one. And I say this a lot on the channel, but the real strange thing for me was when we went out in the summer and we brought Donny van der Beek for 35, 40 million. We brought in Cavani, we brought in Telles, we brought in Palestri, we brought in Diallo. We spent about 100 million, with add-ons, and we didn't buy a DM.
Yeah, it's just...
And I don't get that, because I get it if you're not making any transfers, you haven't got any money or whatever, and we know we've got money, the Glazers just don't spend our own money. But it's like, to spend money and not buy a DM was so weird.
I mean, we've had track record for this sort of not having a right winger for about a decade.
Yeah.
In terms of it is surprising in the sense of everyone can see we need a DM, but in terms of it's the Glazers, it just doesn't surprise me at all that we've just been neglecting the one thing we
I think
really
it could be that we're waiting for the right one. I think
there's a lot of quality there, though, and for cheap as well.
When it comes to United, it's never cheap, is it? As soon as we're linked to someone, it does I think what's Rice at the moment, is it 100 mil?
Yeah. But I mean,
I think he's
and
perfect.
the thing is, you probably think we should pay that. If that's what it takes to get him.
That's it.
I think I think he's, I'm not saying he's worth 100 million because they're getting to the old argument, is any player worth 100 million and Harry Maguire and all that sort of stuff. But we need him. If we could get him and we had the budget for it, get him. Even if that was almost your entire budget, I just feel like we're so desperate for a DM.
Yeah.
Get involved in the comments, let us know what you think. Lucas Garrett has been a member of the Academy for 4 months. Thank you for your support, Lucas. Says, went crazy when Fred joined United. Always was a fan. He's not always on, but when he is, it's a sight to be seen. As always, up the everything. Much love. Hit that like button. We are 21 minutes away from kickoff. Let's get to 1,000 likes before kickoff. If we get to 1,000 likes before kickoff, United will win. That is a fact, yeah. It's a proven fact. It's true. He knows. Adam Wilmot says Rice is a baller.
He is. Nice Rice baby, isn't it?
Yeah, 11 Ken 11 says with Maguire we can never push we can never push for the Highline defence. Lee Elliott says is he worth 100 million?
I think
what is he worth to us?
Well, if we win the league, if we let's say we did buy him for 100 mil, that's all we bought.
Right, I'm gonna let you into the secret now.
Just to get a clip.
Hey, if we buy him and Justin, we ain't winning the fucking league. Hey, if we buy him and 8 other players, maybe we'll win the league.
I don't think so.
How many players do you think we need to win the league? I'm only joking, by the way. It's not 8. I think it's 5. In total, including him.
Oh, you need a striker, definitely.
I think to win the league...
6.
To win the league...
Probably another midfielder because Pogba's leaving.
Yeah, I'd say Rice, yeah. I personally think you need... This isn't going to be a point. I think you need at least one defender.
Yeah.
I think you need maybe a right back, unless Ethan Laird can come in, because I still think the jury's out on Delo and on Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I think the jury's probably going on Aaron Wan-Bissaka, to be honest with you. I think you're going to need a striker because Cavani's going, Ronaldo's 37. You say Pogba's going, as you point out, you're probably going to need to replace him. I think you need another attacking option. I'd be very surprised if we see Mason Greenwood come back into the United team ever again. I don't know, but I'd be surprised if that happens. So I just feel like you'd have to bring someone in. Also, there's talk that, not talk. Pogba's going to go. Lingard's probably going to go. Cavani's going to go. There's talk that maybe Rashford's even, he's making noises. I don't know if he will. I doubt he will, but you never know. So I just think you're like 4 or 5 away. You might, and even, I know this won't be popular with you, Adam, after what you said, but if you are going to win the league, maybe even another goalkeeper. Honestly, to win a title, I do worry. Has De Gea got a title in him, or has Dean Henderson got a title in him? I don't think he has at all at the minute. He might have one day. So I just don't know. I think it might be a bit of a. I know that sounds odd because in the summer, and you can dig out the clips. When before Ronaldo got here, when we got Varane and Sancho.
Oh yeah, I thought we were.
I was like, we're going to win the league. And I was like, doing the sort of the maths that don't make any sense. We finished second. We've added the best defender in the world and one of the best young attacking wingers in the world, or best wingers in the world. How can we not kick on? And then you add in Ronaldo, and I was like, that's it now.
Oh, yeah.
That's a guarantee.
We're in the quad here.
We've got to win the league. In fact, it'll be hard not to win the league. And, now we're probably not even going to get 4th.
Even, me trying to be, super rational at the time was be like, all right, we're definitely at least challenging. We're pushing it to, the end of the season.
We should be. We should be.
Oh, yeah, we should have been. Yeah,
that's what's bittersweet about it.
I did a podcast I did a podcast on a Sunday, the 3 Points of the Gaff podcast, check out, with a United fan and a City fan. And I remember after Ronnie signed and I think we beat Newcastle, and I remember doing this podcast and saying, you feel now that like the top 4 is just set for the year already? Like it's us, Liverpool, Chelsea, and City, and that's it. Do you know what I mean? No one can really get into that top 4 now. It's just done in it. And like one of the City fans was like, I don't know, United could drop out. And I was like, oh, you would say that. And it pains me to say it. He was right.
That's panned out.
We've just had a little picture there on the screen. We're just hearing from Ralph Rangnick. If I can dig out some quotes, I will tell you what he's saying. A little picture there of Elanga. Adam, I'll ask you first. What have you made of Anthony Elanga?
He looks like he's been playing for 5 years to me, like in the senior squad. He's just fitting perfectly. He's really determined. He's mature in the way he plays and the way he presents himself. I want to see him. I want to see him start every week.
I mean, it's undeniable at this point. He's just form-wise, it just performs like he's playing better than Rashford, so he deserves to start. Like, I think with Elanga again, he's tailor-made for Rangnick in terms of he's someone who's got a shit ton of energy and he's going to follow instructions. So that's all you like. I feel like what you're seeing with the players who are performing best is the ones who are following Rangnick's instructions and following his plan. Like it's.
Well, it says a lot that the fact he's even got into the squad in the first place.
Oh yeah, it says lots to his character, like how hard he must have been. Grafted in training.
Yeah, well, Ralph Rangnick, I think, has this little bit of rep, and he's obviously shown it with Elanga. If you perform in training, you get a chance, and I don't think anyone would have blamed him if he hadn't given Elanga a chance. I know, Martial went out on loan and Green was not available, but even before that, he was picking Elanga, wasn't he? He was giving Elanga a chance when those players weren't available, and it wasn't for me. Like set in stone or cut dry that Elanga would break in at the first team.
Yeah.
He didn't have that vibe where you're like, some players when they burst on the scene, like he's first team. He's got, get him in. Like the Ryan Giggses or the even Marcus. I think Marcus took his chance rather than it was like when he was at the academy level. But with Elanga, it was like okay, he had a decent debut. Well, he played it very safe on his first team debut. I think
you could tell he was nervous a bit
against Leicester, wasn't it? And he
thought there was promise there.
And I remember Dave Pretty, who I do the academy review with. He was raving about Elanga. Said he's got a trademark goal that he always scores. He cuts in from the left and he bangs it in top bins. And we were talking about could he make it in the first team? And it was like possibly. You have to see how that pans out. He took his chance on it, and fair play to him. Got his goal in the Wanda Stadium in Madrid. He scored some other good goals as well, important goals. It was great to see him getting that goal against Leeds when they were giving him a bit of grief and he gave it all that.
He's obviously got a lot to learn still, but he's got Ronaldo around him, he's got Cavani around him, Bruno, they've all got that ability to push him, and I think...
Do you know what, right? This guy, Mindcracker, is asked this question. I hate these questions. No disrespect to you, son, for asking it. Or love if you are, I don't know who you are. He says, when we win today... Who do you not want in the next round? Who would you want to face? I tell you what, I'm not even thinking.
Yeah, I'm not taking it as like a given.
I'm not. We are. You know what? I'm not sort of counting. And people are getting involved in the comments here and saying. I can see people saying Ajax.
I'll take Chelsea over 2 legs. I think.
They'd love that. They'd love that because they can get it. They can get the magic bus, can't they? So they're dreading it. And they've got to get to Spain on their budget now. They're like, no, we can't do that. Give us United in the next round. If
megabus tickets.
As soon as that final whistle goes, Chelsea will be booking a ticket straight away. So on the megabus, you can get it now. We bought $2.99 now. We're not even drawn against them. Just get it anyway. Well, we can't gamble with money. We haven't got that to money. So it's $2.99. Go on then. All right, give it.
I love that question. He's putting it out there, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's
man.
what we got to
do. He's already
his
booked
optimism.
His flights to Palace in for the final. You know what I mean? He's like, we're there, don't worry about it. We're not long to kick off. I'm going to go through both sets of teams again. Hit that like button. We're nearly on 700 likes. Let's get to 1,000 likes. This is the big one. Manchester United in the last 16 of the Champions League. It's the second leg. It was 1-1 after the first leg. We're at Old Trafford, man. It's going to be full to the rafters tonight, and it's going to be absolutely pumping. I'm going to get into that in a minute, but I'll go through the team quickly. I'll go through the United team, and I'll go through the Atletico Madrid team, and I'll also go through something Ralph Rangnick said. In the United team, we've got De Gea. You can see it on the graphic there. De Gea, you've got Telles, Maguire, Varane, Delo. You've got Fred, McTominay. You've also got Elanga, Bruno, and Sancho, and Cristiano Ronaldo, the record-breaking goal scorer himself, is leading the line. We've got it as a 4-2-3-1. It might well be a 4-3-3. Who knows? We'll wait and see when the game kicks off. Atletico Madrid team, you've got Oblak, you've got in the back five, it looks like they're set up as. You've got Lodi, you've got Ryan Ildo, you've got Savic, you've got Jimenez, you've got Llorente in the midfield, you've got DePaul, you've got Herrera, you've got Koke, you've got Griezmann and João Felix, I should say, up front. On the Ralph Rangnick thing, and it ties in with the atmosphere, which Old Trafford will be absolutely banging tonight. There's nothing better than being at Old Trafford for a Champions League night. It's so good. And, you know, everyone who's there will be absolutely well up for it. And if you're not there like us, you can obviously get behind the team from wherever you're watching it. Ralph Rangnick did a message. He said to all our fans in TRA, that's the Red Army, that's where I usually stand, says, I know you'll be looking forward to tonight as much as the players, the staff and myself. Big European games under the floodlights at Old Trafford are part of the magic of Manchester United, and we want as many of these occasions as possible. The players are determined to do their best tonight to reach the quarterfinals. Achieving that will not be easy, and we'll need not just the team, but also all of you to be on top form. It makes a huge difference when we have the full support of Old Trafford behind us, and that's more important than ever this evening. The players and myself, appreciate the non-stop singing from the TRA section during games, and as I said at the press conference yesterday, you can be our 12th man tonight from the first minute to the last. From me, my staff and players, thank you in advance, Ralph. Gets it, Ralph, doesn't he?
Yeah, you just love to hear that, don't you? In terms of understanding the occasion, understanding and appreciating the fan base. And it's just, it's only going to lead to an even better atmosphere tonight.
No, I agree. I mean, this is one of those occasions where, you know, the crowd can make a difference. We see it a lot in the Champions League. See it more so than you probably do in the league because it is, you know, there's something sort of different, something special. And we've seen some amazing nights in the Champions League in general, but certainly at Manchester United. You know, look at the atmospheres and some of the games we've had. Old Trafford, I always think of the people going about the 7-1 against Roma, but I always think, I know we didn't end up winning the second leg, but the 3-2 against AC Milan in the semi-final that year was fantastic. The 2008 semi-final against Barcelona. You know, even that more recently, the Moyes, the Olympiacos game where we were 2-0 down after the first leg, and we won 3-0 in the home leg and went through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. It was an amazing night that night. So, you know, Old Trafford's always capable of producing that, and I just hope that the players produce the performance that we need. DB Cooper says, Jay, if you could sign one of these at United, who would you pick, Harry Potter or Lord Voldemort? It's a very good question. Alpha, who would you go for?
Right, you've stumped me there.
Potter, I'd go for Harry Potter because...
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Wait, what position do you reckon to play?
What is he in that Quidditch thing? He's a seeker in it.
That there, Quidditch.
Yeah.
Don't ask me.
My family, I'm not into Harry Potter, right? My missus loves Harry Potter. My kids love Harry Potter. And you always try and get me into it. And like, oh, why are you getting into Harry Potter? And I'm like, it's kids with sticks. It's not for me. It's, you know what I mean? It's children running
it's
around
all right,
waving
but
sticks
it's
at each
like,
other. But, you know, I'm not into it, but I've been sort of sucked into the world of Harry Potter by proxy because everyone in our house loves it, and they're all Slytherin, and I say I'm Gryffindor. If that, you know, if that. So I'll go with Harry Potter because I'm Gryffindor. There you go.
Surprised you didn't say Voldemort. Let's put him in there.
Well, yeah, us baldy stick together. Rock Horvath says Maguire is a piece of wood. Okay.
Yeah, can't disagree.
Danny says, I don't hate Maguire. He's just not good enough for the level we are trying to get to. He would be me levels at Burnley. A solid defender who looks good in that team, but doesn't have basic pace. I love the fact that he started that sentence with, I don't hate Maguire, and then it's absolutely slated. I don't hate Maguire, but he's shit. Because Ben Mee, who's about to be relegated, he's at that level. He's a championship player. Do you know what I mean? He'd look all right in Burnley's team when they're playing against Rotherham next season. But he's not good enough for Manchester United. So, yeah, you started off one way.
In the cup run.
Yeah, and then you went a completely other way. Hendrick says, Jay, where's RH? Yeah, RH was meant to be on tonight. He had to drop out. He's feeling a bit potty sick. We will get him on the channel again soon. Up the RH. Marco Wong says, love you guys. Just on that front, where can people find you? Give yourselves a bit of a plug. We're not finished yet. I usually do this at the end, but you can do it during. Alfie, there, you're Alfie. Alfie, where can people find you on your socials?
Alfie H _111 on Twitter. I think that's it. I retweet random football shite. It's not a great follow.
You don't have to, you know.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
If you
don't have to justify yourself. Do you know what I mean? If people want to follow you, they can.
Yeah,
do.
if you want to.
Adam, where can people find you and your lovely headshot that you?
Well, if you want all the headshots, you want to go to shade.mcr on Instagram. That's my band, and that's where that beautiful.
What sort of music do you do?
It's sort of modern rock, I would say. I
like it.
I don't like to say
Specific.
indie, but well, we just played our gig at the Deaf Institute on Saturday. Went really well.
Class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's decent. That's a decent.
Yeah, no, it was
venue,
good.
man.
200 people.
Do you know what I mean? No, I mean, go and check these guys out, obviously, on the Twitter, on the socials as well. You know where to find me. Right. Give us your score predictions. We've had them anyway, but give them us again. Also, can we have we put a tweet out about the live stream? Can we do that? Is that out? I've not seen if it is, so forgive me. And also, is someone available to take a picture and do something on Insta? Do a little click link. Yeah, give us your score predictions. You were saying...
I think we both said 2-1, didn't we?
2-1.
Yeah. 2-1,
A lot of people in the chat were saying penalties. It feels like a lot of people think there's going to be penalties.
I can't tell. Yeah.
I did say penalties.
Middlesbrough,
To be fair,
just been...
I said penalties
I'm sick
on
of
the
them at this
preview.
point.
I said we'd win on penalties, though, and I said Anthony Elanga would score the winning penalty after a 1-0 draw, just to silence those small amount of critics that were giving him grief against Middlesbrough. Even though I think if you're blaming a 19-year-old for missing the 16th penalty against the Championship side, then you've got to take a look at yourself, because it should never have got to that. It's not Anthony Elanga's fault who went out of that competition. More experienced players and also more experienced officials were to blame for that one. Benjamin De Rosia says 2-1 after extra time. Ben Neal says 3-1 Ronaldo hat-trick. Odd Jacobson says 3-1. Kay Hoare says 3-1. Terry Judd says, why is McTominay on the pitch and that fridge? God, why? I feel for Maguire, because I feel with Maguire now, you've got to the point where even when he's having an half-decent game, it goes a bit wrong for him. Because I actually don't think he was that bad against Spurs. I know you thought he had a bit of a stinker at him, but I thought he was all right. And then I think, the own goal, that's the way it's been going for him, because that is a little bit unlucky, because the kid's offside.
Yeah.
He slid. We've seen so many players doing that, and okay, he can go, well, he's got to be more aware, or he's got to be this, he's got to be that. Yeah. But he's trying to cut the cross out. He's, as a centre back in that position, that's what he should be trying to do. There is a little bit of misfortune in it. People don't like to talk about looking football, but he's literally hit his foot, the perfect place for it to go in, beat De Gea. And then people just go, well, he scored an own goal. That's his game.
Yeah.
Forgetting it was quite a few good balls over the top. I think he played in Sancho a few times. Yeah. And it just feels like it's on him at the minute. And it feels like you can see he feels like it's on him at times. Do you know what I mean? And it's not nice to see, because whether you like... you're a big fan of Maguire or not, you want him to do well. Whether you think he will do well or not.
Well, like I said, I think he has got the capability. I think he's got the ability. It's just he's getting the confidence to get it out there, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Because I think a lot of it is confidence. You've got to have that swagger to play for Manchester United, especially to be a captain of Manchester United, and I think that sometimes is what he's lacking a little bit. And he's just
there is a discussion of do we take the armband off him to take a bit of pressure off him? But I think that might blow his confidence even more.
I think if you do something like that, you do it like after the season. Do it like just during the trial, and then say, okay, this is going to be the new captain for this season, rather than do it mid-season, because it's just gonna. I think at that point, it would just deplete his confidence. But if you just take him aside after the season, and stuff like, all right. You just word it like, okay, we don't think you've done a bad job as captain, but we just think he'd be more suited to it. and
I think that's. I don't think he'd mind that.
I don't think
he's a professional. You know what I mean?
I think he can just have to be realistic and reflect on his own season and just be like, I can't exactly argue this, can I?
We met Harry Maguire once. Me and McCall went and interviewed him. We couldn't use the interview in the end because it was just before lockdown. We got there through Puma. Puma had a new boot out. We went down to some lonely ground where he was filming, and we spent about half an hour with him. And I can't lie to him. I thought he was all right. You don't get to know the person, but we were chatting to him. We did a little quick fire captains round, and he'd done his own work on United captains. He didn't know we were going to ask him about that, but he'd said he'd spent time with Brian Robson, and he knew a lot about United captains and the armband and what it meant. And I got a good impression of him, and I thought, he's not a Roy Keane and he's not a Brian Robson. I mean, who is, to be honest with you. But he can be United captain, and I just feel like he's having a bit of a stinker this season. And I think this is a season where, you know, you wanted to see him move up a level. You wanted to see him become more reliable and just become a real leader. After, for me, 2 good seasons, his first 2 seasons. I thought he had 2 good seasons. People trying to rewrite history. We finished 3rd and 2nd for a reason, and that was a big part of that reason was him. And he was awful at the beginning of the season. Not as bad now, but he does need to have a good end to the season because there's been 1 or 2 things with Harry Maguire. It's not just the performances. I think certain things that have gone on, I've been a bit disappointed with. I know I sound like a parent here. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. I thought the Watford game or his last game, getting them 2 yellow cards, is a particular bugbear of mine. If you get a yellow card, don't do anything stupid for the next 5-10 minutes at least. And he just got a 2nd yellow straight away. For a player at non-league level, if you did that, Adam, I'd be fuming with you. The player played for Manchester United, it's just not good enough.
Captain of the club as well.
The fingers in the ears after scoring for England.
Oh, I know it doesn't matter really, but like that actually.
Off. Yeah, like, do you know what I mean? I'm not into that. So I saw a couple of things and I think, come on, man, what's going down here? Then you hear these stories about clicks and all this nonsense. Yeah. But you know, I think there have been improvements over the last few weeks. Now is the time. Help us win tonight. Let's get not just your season fully on track, United's season on track, because this is the sort of game that can actually get us going. It's a bit of a make or break one. I'm pulling out all the cliches for a reason because it is. And if you get to us to 1,000 likes, we will win this game. That is a fact. So hit that like button. Loads of score predictions. Can we have a little bit of sound on the telly as well, please?
I'm getting nervous now.
Dan Cooper says 1-1 Pens.
Could see it going that way.
Simnop says 0-0 and 11-12 loss on Pens. Very specific. Yeah. Dead Pixel says 3-2 to United. Nigel Cabral says 2-1 United. JM says Bruno shouldn't have started. He never performs in big games. Do you agree with that?
No.
Like I get what you mean in terms of, and especially as of late, maybe he looks like he's. I don't know. The main criticism of him at the moment is being a bit emotional or like getting a bit too invested. So I can understand that maybe as a criticism recently. Yeah. But overall, no, like he's absolutely contributed to big games.
He's top assist in the Champions League.
Exactly. Like you can't take that out of the team.
No,
I do get his point. He does spit his dummy out quite a lot. That really winds me up. But you know, at the end of the day, it's his job, innit? He's passionate about what he does.
Yeah. Aaron Gooden Sweaty 2 says, Jay, your accent is getting more mank with each sentence. It's because I'm surrounded by these northerners. Brings it out in me. It's not as bad when I've got, you know, the likes of Joe. Who next to me, he's from he's northern, he's Worksop.
Midlands people.
Yeah, or Macca, yeah. When I'm sat next to, where are you from?
Middlesbrough.
Middlesbrough. And whereabouts are you from?
Moston.
Moston? Oh, hey. Remind me not to argue with you then. On this,
got some nice cameras here, Jay.
Yeah. The live stream's been cancelled because I didn't hit the cameras. I remember once when I used to report, and the only time I got proper threatened was in Boston. When I was out reporting after a
down Harper, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I was up that. Yeah. Hey, but I like North Manchester. I'm not allowed not to. But certainly not going to say that on camera. Yeah, we're just about to kick off the big one, Manchester United, the second leg, last 16 game of the Champions League. This is what it's all about. Old Trafford is absolutely packed. Make sure you are hitting that like button. Give us a like. Let's get to 1,000 likes before the game kicks off. We've got 12 seconds. We can do it. Let's go. We're only 108 away. The players are taking a knee, obviously, to stand up against racism. And the game is underway, Atletico Madrid, to kick off.
Oh. We've had a
full start.
We've still got time.
We've still got time to get to 1,000 likes. He's given us another opportunity. So hit that like button on the video if you're not doing already. Hit that like button. We've had a false start. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. Slightly stream. Hey, we had a bit of a false start, but we're underway.
We're off, aren't we?
Yeah. Atletico Madrid in their blue kit. Manchester United obviously in the red, and Atletico there with ball over the top. It's given us a bit of possession early doors.
I think it's going to be really important to just pass the ball around.
Yeah, just keep it calm for the first 5-10 minutes.
We know what, we've nearly at 1,000 likes. Get to 9 more likes to 1,000 likes. Hit that like button. We're almost. There we go. We've done it. 1,032 likes. So that'll do. We're going to win.
We'll say that one.
What do you make of the away goals rule not counting? Does that play into this?
I hate it.
I don't like it.
It's part of the
brings
competition.
something to the game, doesn't it?
It's like being here with me dad and my granddad. I don't like. I'll tell you what. When I was a lad, we didn't have that.
However, if it's 2-2 this game, then I love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is weird, isn't it? Because I'll be honest with you. When they said they're getting rid of it, I kind of get it because I think the unfairness comes with the extra time.
Oh,
Right, Cristiano Ronaldo's doing keepy uppies.
And then passes it backwards.
He's got a bit of a history with Atletico, hasn't he? You don't like Atletico. He had a bit of a round of fans. Well, I shouldn't say he don't like him. I think he loves him because he scores loads of goals against him. But he has had a bit of needle with the fans. When I was over there, it was weird because when they announced his name, loads of people booed and quite a few people cheered as well. And I don't mean the United fans, like even some of the Athletic fans. Oh, Bruno there, he slipped over.
There wasn't really anyone in the
I don't
box
think he
for
could
him.
have done much with it, to be fair. Ball over the top. I mean, it's a okay start. We're only 90 seconds in.
Not much to take just yet, I wouldn't say.
How do you approach this? Do you approach this as get at him, put him under the cosh, get that early goal, get that lead? Do you take your time? What do you do?
I don't know. I think it could be the wrong. I don't know. I think in terms of
I've asked you a question here, Anna. Hey. What's the answer to beating them, Alfie? Tell us.
Scoring goals, that will help.
Controversial, but true.
Nah, but I think I don't want to be negative, but in terms of say we were so nervy that first 10, 20 minutes of the first leg, I think it is important to just get yourselves calm, get into the fixture, and then have a base to build on from. But also, here we go. Great ball.
So ball is in. Oh!
But they've got a foul.
He's got to give a foul.
Are you for real? Anthony Langer's about 5'5". Anthony Langer there was a little ball from Dullo over the top. Anthony Langer's got his head on it. I think he's banged into All Black. And now they're giving a free kick to All Black like he's,
he's literally only got eyes on the ball.
No.
He's not.
That's never
he's
a foul.
before he's caught it.
That's never, ever a foul.
That's ridiculous.
That is a clean header. I mean, it's not gone in. If that had gone in and been disallowed, I'd have been raging.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's just on All Black, not like having the reach or jumping.
Yeah, that is pathetic to give that as a foul. It's a good job that didn't go in because that would have been. Look at him, why he's getting treatment and attention. You should be ashamed of yourself. A 19-year-old child has just headed the ball past you. You're acting like you've been shot. Get a grip.
We know this from Atletico, don't we?
No, I mean,
what really wound me up last week is when they were getting fouled, and he was getting fouled, but they jumped on the ball and they held the ball.
Yeah,
do you remember the Champions League final? I think it was in 2000. Was it 2000? Was it? I can't remember which one it was. Was it the 2014 one where they were winning until Ramos scored late on?
Yeah, I think it was.
They were.
I remember that final.
They were time wasting it so much, and it was like if they'd actually just got on with it a bit and tried to keep hold of the ball and play a bit of football, they might have won the game. But it just went turbo Atletico Madrid style. You know what I mean? Just every sort of minute they could, every second. And in the end, obviously, Real Madrid got the late equaliser and then went on to win it.
Yeah, obviously, like as a neutral, I tend to root for the underdog.
Yeah, I agree.
But like when that was happening, I was like, I'm not going to be too hard if Real Madrid score.
I know what you mean. I was the same. I kind of wanted Atletico to win it. I felt a bit sorry for him as well because Costa got injured, didn't he, straight away? He shouldn't have started really, but then he went off.
They look a bit. Atletico look slightly unsettled.
Ronaldo's moved on to the left quite a lot.
The pressing isn't quite as sharp as it was in the first leg, I don't think. I mean, he's still pressing all right, but...
Jadon
that's tough from Sancho there.
He tried to do a little...
McTominay's just static there.
McTominay's positioning really was terrible.
This is what I mean, he's not a 6.
Great defending by Rafael Varane.
Bit of calm, that's what he brings in.
That's what I'm looking at. Right, go on, McTominay. That's better. That's a great ball.
That's what you want to see.
Set us up on the counter here. Jadon Sancho on the left-hand side, looking at Tellez running on the overlap. Yes, that's a fantastic ball. No, go on, he's left you that.
Go on. That's...
Oh, yeah, he's gone out. He's done better there, Tellez. Just wrap your foot round it. A decent start from Manchester United here now. Great ball from McTominay to set up Sancho, who laid it in for Tellez, just couldn't quite get his cross in.
They've got mistakes in them. They really have.
Atletico.
Yeah. If we, I think, going back to the question before, how do we beat these? I think it is to press them high. It looks like, we're pressing them more than they're pressing us at the moment. I think if we can create a mistake like what just happened there with Tellez, we get that one chance. And it could be vital.
Fred with a little back heel there. Hey,
That was
I told you he's
filthy.
found his Brazilian passport. Ronnie's
Go on,
been
Ronnie.
almost like on a left winger at times. He's on that left-hand side. He's got past his man. Got us a
Take
corner.
Corner.
And as you know, we always score from corners now. That's what we do.
I mean, I know it's 2 out of like 100 and odd this season, but
Yeah,
it's
but
how
it's
many has it been?
2 in 2 weeks,
Yeah,
so
exactly. So we're very prolific.
Hey, Eric Ramsey's, as
Working
Steve would
wonders.
say, waving his cock when he walks into the changing rooms. Hey.
I think we should be crossing those in. We're not going to get many chances like that.
No.
Oh, it's not a bad
Yeah,
ball,
it
that,
wasn't.
to be fair. He's put it
Dipping.
dipped into the centre of the box there, but no one's on it. Varane. It's what you need in a
bit
game
of
like this, isn't
calmness.
it? I hope I don't jinx him, but get involved in the comments. Let us know what you're thinking about the game so far. Yeah, Lindsay Green says, boys, look up for it.
Does
so
look a bit
far.
more like a 4-3-3, to be fair.
It does, doesn't
Fred's
it?
pushing up far more. And you can see McTominay just sticking further back.
But we are very, very high.
Yeah. It's what I mean, like, in terms of, I agree, like, I think you can, Madrid do look a bit nervy, and I think if you do press them, you could capitalise on that, but also, as Sancho just mega...
Oh, do you know what? He should have been on that, and he knows it. Great little bit of skill from Sancho. He did a little dink there to set Tellez on, but Tellez was on his heels. He wasn't going that way. But it was the right idea from Sancho. I just don't think Tellez was on the right wavelength.
But no, as I was saying, just in terms of, I think...
You're
I mean,
right
you
about
have
we
seen-
do seem to be pressing
You
quite
have,
high.
you have seen some success from pressing, but I mean,
That's
obviously
our
football is just a give and
What?
take. Like
I thought that came off
pass
the
out.
Atletico. It's poor that.
football and pressing is a give and take, obviously, and you are running the risk by doing that regardless. But in terms of Atletico are a very good counter attacking side. Our defensive midfield, our defense is a bit shaky. So I think we could very easily get punished if we give the ball away a bit too easily or something.
Yeah. Got to be careful, aren't you? It's a sort of the fine line you walk
Yeah.
in these sort of games where, yes, you want to press and you want to put pressure on them, but you get caught on the counter.
And again, it was just especially against Atletico Madrid because once they get that one goal, they know how to they know how
Oh
to
my God.
close it.
You will see the most
Boring game of your
amazing
life.
display of shithousery since Ander Herrera left us. If,
That's how it was.
yeah, thank you. Lively start for Manchester United. Ronaldo looks well up for it. In fact, they all do, to be fair.
Yeah.
To be fair to him.
So I think Ronaldo drifting outside will bring Bruno into the middle there when we when we run. It looks like we're going to be trying to attack the wings more than anything. And it's worked again.
He's unlucky there, Tal. He's crossing up. Bloke closed him down. Now, can Atletico counter? No, he's well over it.
Oh,
David De Gea got away with that one.
go on. Let's get on the counter. Oh, that's
Bruno, come on, you've got to release the ball there quicker. Well done, Cristiano
So,
Ronaldo.
I mean, just like
United trying to break through the middle there. Bruno held on to it a little bit too long, but we still kept possession. And I just got to keep this pressure up now. Jadon Sancho, who's looked good, Annie Sancho, over the last few weeks. We were talking about this earlier. He's proper growing into that shirt.
I mean, I'd say he's been our best player this season.
Really? Would you say that, over the course of the season?
Oh, like, I mean, actually, yeah, he did have a rough. He did have a rough.
I don't want to be that guy because I do
yeah.
like the kid, but
I mean, he's up there, though, undeniably. Like, especially like the second.
I mean, the last few weeks, I think he has been our best player. I just don't know if you say that for the first sort of 4 months of the season.
I mean, well, Ronaldo. I mean, he was on fire at the start, but then he very much cooled off. Like even when Sancho wasn't bagging goals and assists at the start of the season, I think he was playing well. It's just the end product, which mostly wasn't his fault.
Yeah,
It was
people were trying
not
to
getting
throw
the
that
box.
stat in, weren't they? No goals and assists.
It was mostly poor finishing and people not getting into positions.
Obviously, the goal against Chelsea really helped him kick on a bit, didn't it?
Yeah,
and then
I think it wasn't. I think his start of the season's actually been a bit underrated just because he wasn't getting goals and assists, but he was playing well, and I think
I don't think we've had a massive standout performer this season.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying
I'm struggling to pick our best players, to be
Because
honest.
De Gea's for spells has been our best player. Ronnie for a spell has been our best player.
I think that's just
Sancho for a spell has
I think
been our best player.
Ronnie. There's such a long period where he wasn't even just being like okay out. He was just playing crap. Like it's just I think takes them out of it a bit. Or like,
Yeah.
I just think Sancho's been the most consistently good to very good. So I think I do think he's actually been our best player.
Who
this
would you
season.
say, Adam? Who would you pick as United's best player so far this season? I mean, it's not exactly
I mean, yeah,
lots of candidates.
tons of people vying for it.
I've got to say De Gea.
Right.
I understand that as well.
I think there is still a little bit of hope with Champions League, and I think without De Gea, it is completely done at this
All
point.
right, okay. I don't know if it's interesting or depressing the fact that we're struggling to find
I mean,
one. Do you know what I mean? We're not
depressing.
struggling.
And if it
There's
is
so
the best-
many. There's so many to choose from. It's like, can we pick one? Who's been
someone who would be up
half-decent
there
throughout the
would have
season?
been Varane if he wasn't injured all the time.
Yeah.
Bruno has been inconsistent. Pogba.
We're in a bit of trouble there, Atletico.
Yeah.
No, that was a bad ball there.
The typical candidates
For
you would have.
Griezmann.
Like, I'd say there's been people who've had better performances or like had higher ceilings this season than Sancho, but
Yeah.
the inconsistency or the availability is a mark against all of them, pretty much anyone else who isn't Jadon Sancho. So I think, like, just almost by default, he's ended up being the best player.
Yeah, there's not.
It's a depressing thing to say.
Get involved in the comments. Let us know if you can help us
Cheer us up
out.
a bit.
Mark Hatton, who's been a member of the academy for 16 months, says not there tonight. Up at 5 for work. Wouldn't make it home till gone midnight, especially if extra time pens. Instead of the Stretford end, it's the Paddock for me. Same for me, brother. Instead of Stretford end, it's Paddock. No place better to be. Hey, never mind the Stretford end and all that. Hey, this is where it is.
Oh, go on, Dallo.
Dallo here now.
Bit of
Ronaldo.
luck there, didn't it?
Oh,
Here we go.
Bruno breaking down the right hand side.
Oh, it should.
Oh! Is it the bar?
I don't know. I thought it was a save.
It's a Langer.
I think it was a save.
I think it was a woodwork, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Oh, Andy Langer in the near post there. I thought he scored.
I mean, you can't. It's so close to where he can't do anything else. Kind of like it's
No.
just get it on
That's
I
target.
thought he
Anyone-
lost it for a
anyone's
second,
come there.
Bruno, then.
Yeah, same.
thought
I was thinking, why didn't he cross it to Ronnie? Like,
Yeah,
that
Bruno with a
step
cross,
earlier.
Langer with a shot from about a yard out, and I think it might have
enough.
been, you can't see whether it was All Black saving it or whether it hit the woodwork. But Manchester United very close.
Brilliant chance.
Fred turning here, 25 yards out, trying to work something. Oh no, Langer's. Oh no,
Well,
you've got a
Langer-
second bite of the cherry here.
Keep at it.
Keep the possession. That's it. Keep the tempo going, boys. United there, very unlucky.
What do you reckon about Dallo being in the team? Because I think that even though I don't think he's done anything spectacular this
man.
season
Come on, you've got to start playing a simple ball sometimes, Bruno.
in and of himself, I think you see.
Oh,
It's
it's
his
his
head.
Oh,
Jesus.
He's so lucky he knows nothing about that All Black. He's just cross from Bruno on the left, right side, sorry. Elanga about 5 yards out, if that has stuck his foot out. It's not a bad effort, because it's, he's
Incredibly unlucky.
yeah,
Yeah, that is-
it's just an inch either, well, an inch
And
to
maybe
the
if
left,
he
an inch to
tries
the
to keep it low or something, it goes like that's the only thing you
mean,
can
I
say
think
against it. Maybe,
Bruno
but still,
hit
it's
it
like
quite hard.
yeah,
ain't
that is
it?
true. Yeah,
It's
but
positive, though.
no,
Yeah.
definitely. I'd say we've looked a better team so far, which is a big change from the first leg.
Yeah, the first 20 minutes against Atletico
Oh, it was awful,
in
wasn't
Madrid were terrible. I think the crowd and all that plays a little bit into it as well, doesn't it? Maybe,
yeah.
sort of hostile environment. It's not like a Tory now. But, you're getting into that, aren't you? And it's like a bit of nerves or whatever, but where you're more up for it at home, and you've seen this from United tonight. Old Trafford absolutely banging, and the boys in red doing well so far. Keep going. That's the key. Harry Maguire with a great ball to no one in particular.
It's all right. He'll get it.
Yeah.
We're going back
Settle in
to
again.
the Delort question. I
Oh
think.
yeah.
They're both
That tells a lot.
average, aren't they? They're both.
But I think
We're talking
Wan-Bissaka and
Delort,
Delort, yeah.
aren't
I
Between the
think
two of them, there's a very good player there.
we? Yeah.
Yeah.
We might have a.
Oh, Maguire with a poor header there, and Atletico could be in here.
But no, I don't think Delos himself has been.
great
That's
tackle.
a great tackle, Harry Maguire.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, I thought I was going over and it dipped.
I thought it was going in. But no, in terms of Dallo, I don't think he himself is anything spectacular.
DePaul here with a shot. Sorry, just watching
sorry,
this.
no worries.
I thought, see, it's going over,
Yeah.
and then it just starts dipping, and it's a save you'd expect him to make, I
Yeah.
think. because it's not in the corner. I
Oh,
think
take
it
a
does take a
deflection,
deflection
right
though,
there.
so it's good that he's on his toes because he could have got caught out there, David De
Yeah.
Gea. So it's a good save. Well done. He's backing you up there, Adam, for your shout of him being the
Happened last time about
greatest
Will
goalkeeper
Lingard.
ever.
But yeah, with Dalla, I don't think he's amazing himself, but I think you see
Well, that's
the
well gone,
just
hasn't
this, the attacking because the defense and all the other players trust him with the ball to keep possession, and he's normally when he picks up the ball, he's looking forward, he's looking to play. I think you see the system work better. I think you see the attack look much more balanced in terms of not always going down the left, and also the transitions much quicker in attack. I think so. I think you definitely need to improve, and I don't think he's the long-term solution at right back. But I think it's just the right thing in terms of like a profile of player to make the system work, and just I think we look better with him, undeniably.
I think, yeah, I agree with that. I think he probably is just... No, I don't think he's slightly better. He is better than Bissaka for me. I think... I do really... That's a foul, surely?
I think he was playing advantage, was he? Or?
I don't understand why he's gone down for that.
Get up yourself, bastard.
They're going to be at this all game.
Yeah.
Wasn't even a high foot, this. I don't think it's that high. Oh, you can't see his
it hits
knee.
his knee.
Well,
I mean, it is soft.
I thought...
Oh, man, it's just shit in it.
It's on his shin pad there, it looks like.
His knee's above his head. I thought I was a foul on Bruno for a second, but I was wrong.
But, no, we've definitely looked a better team. It's a much improved performance from the first leg.
Yeah. It's only 70
Look,
minutes. and it
look,
feels like
look
it's been
relatively
Yeah.
confident in ourselves.
Oh, to be fair, he needs better options
yeah,
there.
there's no
Fred
one
there was
offering
surrounded,
or
and now
giving
he's
him
giving
a
the
ball.
ball away though. And
It seems like roles are reversed since the
oh,
first
bad
game.
touch there. Ronnie on the
Yeah, it
ball
does.
there. Scott McTominay. It's a decent ball, like spreading
Just
the
relieve
play.
the pressure.
Yeah. Jadon Sancho who can run at his full back. Keep going, son.
Just tell us again, like Sancho's looking for him, and he's just not high enough up.
Go out
pitch.
the outside there, Delo.
Go on.
Oh, go on.
It's a foul.
Advantage.
I don't think he's giving everything.
Go on,
It's it,
Delo.
Delo. Go on, son.
Oh,
No.
Delo, what are you doing there
Yeah, that
on
was
your
bad.
left? First, fair enough on his right.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
going to hit it, and then he came onto his left, and he thought, I'll have another shot. I think he got carried away.
Good boxing, fair.
Get involved in the chat. Let us know what you think so far. Mike Smalling, who's been a member for 21 months of the first team, says, looks like we've decided not to play out from the back and look a lot better for it. Yeah,
definitely.
we have looked a little bit more assured at the back there.
I think that's the best thing to do, to take the pressure off the centre halves.
Yeah, 100%. Just got to be mindful, though, because we saw it with Atletico there. With the shot, okay, it was a shot from distance, but they are dangerous. We can't just be thinking, forget that. Look at Griezmann and you look at Felix as well, what they're capable of.
We're trying it. It's coming. I can feel it.
Yeah, Adam can feel it. Can feel it in his water. Hey. Hit that like button. Give us a like. Let's get to 2,000 likes.
good ball.
Fred here. Oh!
Oh my god!
100% has found his Brazilian passport, man. That was a sick
That
bit of
was-
I've
skill
just made
there.
a noise I've never made ever before.
I think
Oh,
I
God.
think we also.
I was getting like obviously not the same skill move, but in Berbatov
Yeah,
flashbacks
it was
there.
Berbatov against West Ham vibes, wasn't it?
I've got that headed.
Oh, I've lost my head there. Jesus. I was thinking like, oh, for fuck's sake, Fred, why didn't you just cross that first time? And he does that.
Yeah, that was
That's the
amazing.
spark we need, isn't it?
Yeah, that little bit of skill is going to be the catalyst for Champions League number 4.
So you're saying Fred on his own is the sole
Yeah.
reason we are going to win the 4th Champions League we've won in
that's
the
the one.
history of
Great
this
ball,
club?
that.
That's
Is he going to get...
They got to
I
check
think they're
that,
checking
aren't they?
VAR for a
I
foul.
don't really know what
I
to say
don't
on that
think
one.
it is.
I don't think it actually is.
I think even Bruno's
I'm going to
doing
claim
a
everything at this point.
half-eyed.
I'm that desperate.
I mean, ball's gone into the box. Bruno's gone for it. Someone sort of tried to kick the ball.
Vicinity.
Have they caught Bruno? That's the question here now. I think it's Ronaldo.
I think he's probably got the ball there, hasn't
Has he got
through
the
the
ball?
legs.
Has he got the ball through the legs?
Oh,
I don't know, you know. I don't know if he has.
I don't think that's a penalty, to be
He doesn't
honest.
make, even though he doesn't make much contact with Bruno necessarily, does he? Like Bruno just seems to.
Oh, all I can see on my screen is voice of Peter Walton. Fuck off. I'm so glad I can't hear it. Peter Walton will now be saying it could be a penalty. It could not be. Oh, he has got the ball, I think, through his legs.
I don't think that's a foul. I mean, I'll take it.
Oh, that's off Bruno's shin, isn't it?
I don't know. Is it off?
Each angle looks different.
Is it off? If it's off Bruno's shin, then maybe he's got a case.
Yeah.
But if it's through the lad's legs, if he's kicked it through Bruno's legs, I think he's got the ball. I don't think it is a penalty. I think they may have already decided.
It'd be a bit soft, regardless.
I think. Apparently I've been told Peter Walton says a foul, so obviously it's not going to be a penalty and it won't be a foul.
It looks like the keeper's got the ball for a goal kick. Yeah, I think we've moved on, haven't we?
Yeah. Peter Walton is accurate as ever there. Okay, now.
I'll be claiming that the ref made the right decision.
It wasn't one of them where I feel like a great injustice has been done.
Nah, definitely like.
It was one of them. If it had been gone, you'd think, oh, we got away with that one a little bit.
Keep the pressure up here. That
Yeah,
break of
definitely
play.
can't let them settle in the game now.
That's it. Just keep at it.
Just got that's it, man. Keep going. Been doing well so far. First 20 minutes. Scott McTominay now trying to drive with the ball. It's a decent ball. Didn't need to do that. Didn't need to do that. Was that Ronaldo?
Yeah, it was.
Could have took time there.
Good from Fred to keep the ball.
Who's with him? Alangria on the right hand side. Sorry. Aaron Maguire's just on the halfway line.
With no one really making movement or giving him an option.
See, they're very comfortable letting us do this.
Yeah.
I feel like, especially around, I think it feels like around the 20th minute, every game pretty much when we do look at Brighton's pressing loads at the start of the game, it's about 20th minute where we just settle off and the game becomes turgid and it's just...
It's that Ralph ball, innit? We can pressure for the first sweat and then we need to take a little bit of a breath, don't we? It feels like...
Just feels like a consistent sort of thing that happens with us.
This is such a tiny thing that I'm going to say, but I hate it when players are chewing gum. I don't know why.
Asking for a foul on the edge of the box.
Random things like that. I mean, it doesn't bother me personally, but
it looks like it can't be asked. But
yeah, Bruno's asking for a foul there again. Ref was having none of it. I thought it was a foul, but I didn't see it properly. Might need to take another look. It looked like he was caught here.
Yeah. I mean, it's soft, but technically it's...
And then Scott McTominay
just
flies into someone.
They've not really had a sniff so far of the Atletico.
No, they had that one from range, didn't they? That's about it. Obviously, we had the better chance with Anthony Elanga. Had a little bit of a penalty shout.
Good head. I'm just a little bit concerned of this high line we're playing.
Yeah, it's easy for you to be concerned. I can understand that. Looking at the possession there, United have had 60% possession to obviously Atletico's 40. 133 passes completed to 96 from Atletico's. We've done well, kept the ball relatively well. Passing it around nicely, created one decent chance, very good chance. Oh, ball over the top there. I thought Griezmann was going to get on the end of it. Griezmann was Felix. Sorry, yeah. United trying to counter.
Good pass from McTominay, good drive. I think McTominay needs to do that a bit more, especially when he is playing number 6 against a team that is
this is good football.
More of a low block.
One more.
Shoot! But yeah, especially when you're playing against a low block, him just driving the ball up and injecting that bit of
Delo's had a shot
urgency
from about 25 yards. I think he's saying sorry to Ronnie because
No one wants to have a shot, do they?
It's very ambitious, this.
Yeah, I mean, Ronnie's running at the back post there. Should be floating.
And also, it's straight at the keeper, so it's
Yeah.
not really actually, well, almost straight at the keeper. And he says,
Should be
sorry.
floating that in.
Yeah, it did seem a little bit ambitious, that one, to be honest with you. But it was a decent passage of play, that, from Manchester United. Bruno. I don't know what he's doing there. Just calm down. Fred, people saying Freddie's class, says Sajan Pahal. Dan Cuba says, Fred, mate. Fred's been doing well, hasn't he?
He's been quality.
This half.
I'd like to see that little piece of skill again.
That's definitely one for being clipped up, that one. It's probably already on social somewhere. That little bit of skill there.
I thought Lango was going to nick that.
I did as well.
McTominay is doing a good... I mean, I think it's partially because...
Oh! Fred.
Oh! Well, I think it partially is lended to by Madrid sitting deeper, but McTominay is doing a good job of just winning those setting balls and that, and just sweeping up a bit. He's had a better game than I would have expected. So
yeah,
just doing the sort of fundamentals of a six.
It does look like he's that holding midfielder on his own for now, which is at the moment it's working, isn't it? I suppose. It's the passes out to the wide that are cutting three players out of the game, which is what's making us break.
He is playing an important role in this game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's up with Ronnie now. It looks fuming. I don't know. He said something to Bruno about it. I mean, I don't know what he can be saying. The free kick's about 50 yards out. I don't think there's a discussion about shooting. Oh, does he give a foul there against Maguire?
Yeah.
Oh, he's conjured there, Maguire. Soft, but I think Maguire put his hands on him. And the defenders just fell at his hands and just thought, right, I'm going to go down there and get a free kick, which he has done.
Too far out to try and cost it in.
Everyone's asking. Akbar says, Fred actually looks like a Brazilian. Nathan McCarthy says, who's this new Brazilian dude we got? He's mint. Mark Lau says, Jesus, turns out Fred might be Brazilian after all. Yeah, you know what I mean? 5 seasons in, he's showing he's Brazilian. Or 4 seasons
Champions League Fred.
So there's a bit of settlement period when you come to a new club, just
give
him 4 or 5 seasons. He'll be back to his best.
That's the one. But no, he's picking up where he left off against Spurs, because he was fantastic against Spurs, and he's been very, very good today as well so far. And he wins the ball back. He's done a little back heel.
He is so good. Sancho
needed to give it, and he just.
We're holding on to it just a bit too long,
just
aren't we?
Decision making is letting us down at the crucial moment. Scott McTominay in there,
read
that
again.
well.
Great pass now. Keeping us on the front.
Bruno was an awful ball, but we got away with it. Got a corner. Keep the pressure going. Bruno's rallying the troops there. Come on, United! Hey,
this is what we need.
Can they score? They always score. Hey, we've got another corner. Champions League, Varane's up for it. Tell us to take it.
Oh, what's happening now? Maguire's got a mismatch though. That's a good ball. Shoes.
What's gone on?
I'll be honest, I didn't actually see if he got twatted in the head or something.
You knew that was going to happen. I knew it was one of their players has gone down holding his face. I don't know what's happened to him, but I predict it. I think he's just deciding where he's hurt. Let's have a look at this.
It looks like Maguire.
Maguire might have caught him
to the
with
back of the head.
It's not a foul though, is it?
Oh,
it's not
nothing
much.
in that. Nothing in it at all.
Soft arses. Just carry on.
Yeah.
They'll try and wind him up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's pathetic.
They'll know that he's
absolutely
more confident,
nothing in it at all. There's nothing wrong with him. He's just gone down and got a free kick. And this referee keeps getting conned a little bit. This referee with some of these things, and he's to sort his head out. Half an hour in, 0-0, but United have had more of the possession, the better chance.
Oh yeah, we've got good.
Some of the better play as well. Just need to keep going. Oh, you didn't need to do that. That was silly. That was just giving
Keep
it away.
on the floor. Just transition it through the thirds. Bit of
I don't
a
know what Harry Maguire's
suspect
doing
touch
there.
from Maguire
Yeah,
there.
he's... I don't know why David De Gea went
Oh,
that
no.
way.
That was poor from McTominay position.
Switch it.
That's a good pass. But then
Well done. Switch it. That's the one. Oh, it's a bad ball though.
I feel like Sancho could have played it into Bruno as soon as he got it.
It's a great tackle by Diogo.
Carry on. Oh, that
looks like
nearly a good ball.
Just not quite enough on it.
Good idea.
Did well there, Varane. Did well to ignore Maguire, who's pointing it, headed back to De Gea.
Oh my God.
Tellez.
Good tackle. Oh, I thought Fred had it then.
Keep at him. It's a great touch.
All right, come on, it's counter.
I know. This is the thing I hate in terms of just not distributing it quickly as soon as they attack. Like
This is
it
it.
does my head in. That's something Dean Henderson does really well.
Yeah.
Just, as soon as he gets it, just launches it.
Yeah, he is good at that sort of stuff.
Yeah, we let him settle now, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what you didn't want, because you always thought for the first sort of half an hour or whatever would be at him, especially with the crowd up for it. We just got to keep going, man.
Especially now that they're in your attacking third, and we've just had 2 suspect passes or touches in a row, and they're going now they're happy to pressure because
Varane, get back.
It's not small things like that can change the momentum of the game. Just not distributing quick enough.
Well done. He's unlucky at McTominay. He did well to intercept it, but he's kept it.
Keep getting these second challenges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been a bit. I don't know. Last 5 minutes.
Yeah, dropped off a little bit, haven't we? I, to be honest, I don't know what the formation is that we're playing, because Ronaldo seems to be everywhere at the moment.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It almost looks like. I don't know.
It's ended up at times a bit like a 4-2-4 almost
Yeah.
in terms of like Bruno, Ronaldo. There's
Yeah, when
2
you
up
look
front.
like Elanga and Sancho.
Yeah.
It does seem very.
And then like you get in Fred and McTominay be sort of like a pair, but like vertically, if you get me. Like
Juan Martinez in the
one
super
goes
chat
forward,
says
one goes
at
back.
least 5th time everyone avoided pass to De Gea. Hey,
Oh,
they're in
that's
here.
poor
Oh, is he offside?
I don't think he was. Oh yes.
Oh, God.
Oh, thank God. That was a shocking position from Tellez.
Is it going to be checked?
Yeah, it will be. Let's have a look. Tellez just doesn't even check his shoulder, does he?
Just. Don't know he's there, though, does he? Tellez.
No, doesn't check his shoulder at all. Shocking. Very
Bloody
lucky.
hell.
Wake up call.
Yep.
That's how quick it can change.
Yeah.
Again, I'm
Very,
not saying it's the sole
very,
reason, but
very,
again, just in
very
terms
close
of
that.
something
I mean-
as small as not distributing it quickly led to that spell of them pressing and having a good chance to win it in our own half leads to that chance. It's just like it's such small things can have such a big impact. Because otherwise we look great. Well, we're not great, but I mean, like compared to like.
Yeah, well, you know, the
leg.
tempo's been high for the first 25 minutes, hasn't it? And then we settled, and then they've had the one chance that.
And I mean, it
Could have got
was
it.
scored. Like,
Yeah. I was going to ask the question, if it does stay out this, getting late on into the second half, what do we do? Who do we bring on? Is there anyone that can properly impact?
I mean, you've got Pogba, you've got
Yeah.
Rashford. I don't know. I mean, Alanga, since his chance has been very quiet. I know he's not on a lot of the ball.
Yeah, he has, to be
I'm not
fair.
saying like sub him or anything like that. Now I'm just saying, you know, these are options we've got, because it was basically Bruno for Pogba, Alanga for Rashford, wasn't it?
That's great, that. Oh, Fred should have released that a bit earlier. Maybe played it Sancho as he's
Underline
running or
post.
Bruno.
Right,
Need to
now,
look up
Andy
here.
Alanga. It's a good ball
Yeah, it
inside.
is. Grip. Oh.
It's neither in there, was it, that ball?
No.
It's just not good enough, right. We've ended up going all the way back to the keeper. That's better from De Gea there. He hit the right pass there. Somebody's got a bit of space here. That's
Yeah,
it.
just
Just attack
drive it,
that
isn't it?
space, man. Teller's there now on the left-hand side.
It's happened a few times where there could have been an early crossing with a couple of players in the box, but we've missed a chance to attack there. I feel that players need to lift their head up a little bit.
It's gone
more.
out like, come on, man. Weak.
And they'll take this now. They can take a breather.
Yeah, that's a good point. People in the chat saying we've got Cavani as well.
Of course, I've
told him.
I forget he plays for us in this race.
He fancies this one. He's fit for this one. Hey.
He's bothered showing up for this one, hasn't he?
Vincent McDonald says Maguire is a liability and weak link in the defence.
I think that's harsh for this game.
Doing all right so far this game, call it as I say. It's done all right, yeah. Oh no, Sancho trying to get through.
Good
tackle. Oh, well done, Ronnie. He's everywhere, that boy.
Come on, Ronnie. It's a good header.
Just having the ball at the back now, keeping hold of it, trying to work something.
Yeah, it's definitely been a bit of a tempo loss to the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
last
definitely.
5 minutes or so.
Which,
we were trying a lot more, just sort of aimless, hopeless, long balls.
Gets the ball. First 20 minutes, we were up for this. We were over and we just, we've sort of tapered off a bit, haven't we?
Yeah. I think we just need to be a bit more patient in terms.
I've got a few in my pocket. I thought, shall I have one?
Yeah. You talk amongst yourselves.
I've been taking the few he gave us in when Joe's been reading the chat, so the camera's not been on us.
But it is hard, obviously, to be constantly playing.
Done you dirty.
Adam's talking, man. Go to Adam. Adam's talking. He's telling us something important.
How are your Mentos?
We're having a production meeting tomorrow.
I was going to say, it's very hard to keep the high press up for 45 minutes at least.
Oh yeah.
I think we've seen more pressure pressing the first 20 minutes of this game than we have in any other game so far under Ralph, which is very positive.
Definitely. But I think just even in terms of completely understand you can't press for 90 minutes, but when we are having a bit of a slower period, just having a bit more patience, keeping possession, and just working the defence rather than just hoofing it up.
We don't have to hoof it up.
Yeah, exactly. Like even if there's nothing on, just recycle possession. Just shift the ball about.
City do it, don't they?
Yeah.
They're not forcing any play whatsoever. Liverpool do it. If they've not got a pass on, they won't do it. They'll draw the opposition out.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas it's just, I feel like once we hold the ball for about 10 seconds and realise, okay, there's no direct, obvious option to go forward, it was like, all right, well, I guess I'll just hoof it then. I don't know the stats or anything, but I reckon that leads to so many attacks on us, and probably a good few goals conceded, yeah.
Yeah, a few comments in the chat. Jack Ford says Bruno's so last-ditched. He does feel a bit like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Kelly says, where's your Pepsi Max? Jay, I've got it here. Pepsi Max cherry. It's there, don't worry.
Don't mix it with the Mentos.
I hear that story all the time, that experiment. I feel like we're just trying to... No, he's over it, hasn't he? Go on, Elanga. Run at him, son. That's it. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Go on.
Keep going, my lad. That's a foul.
No one's
disgraceful referee. Honestly.
Issue there. No
referee in there.
Sprinting up, trying to keep up with him or give him an option.
George Hall says, low-key loving Fred, don't tell anyone. Listen.
We are high-key loving Fred at the moment.
It's Fred's channel now.
Fred has been quality today, honestly.
He has, hasn't he?
And then he just... And
then he does
I did not going to give that foul. Literally
don't
just
let him do you
pushed
there
over.
like that. It's a good cross that as well. They're in. And they've scored.
Go on, surely it's a foul.
Atletico Madrid have scored.
That's fucking
1-0. Shocker.
Dalot just clueless. So you know what I was saying about how I prefer Dalot playing?
Yeah. That was...
Ignore that.
Shit. Utter shit.
If that's a foul on Alanga, can they pull that back?
I don't know
What about on Fred when someone just pushed him over with 2 hands? I don't think that is a foul.
I don't think it was a foul.
But
I think he just crumbles.
Yeah, I didn't think it was, but I was that a foul?
he's
Because Fred would have been coming back, probably, in theory, Fred's back there to help and potentially denies a goal.
If his 2 hands are on him and he shoves him, it's a foul.
So I think that should be disallowed. Like, it's a foul in the build-up. Typical. Dalot just has no idea what's going on there, does he? It's not a foul on Langer, it's a foul on Fred.
It's counted.
To be fair, you can go on about fouls against Langer or fouls on Fred. It's weak.
Oh, it's awful defending. Like, no 2 ways about it. But it just does feel a slight bit harsh in terms of you've seen things like that be overturned and taken back because it is a foul in the build-up.
I don't care if it was Renan Lodi who scored the goal.
We need this to kick us up the arse now.
Yep.
I think Cavani would improve the way we're playing at the moment. Maybe not obviously right now, but as the game gets on.
Yeah.
I was gonna say maybe for Alanga, but he's got that ability to sprint past 3 players like that.
Oh, that's better. I mean, got the foul anyway.
Booking him there. DePaul's got a yellow.
Doesn't look so smug now. Never mind.
I think you just state him. If I'm playing, I'm targeting him. I'm going to bully him.
Yeah.
We need a big cross.
Come on, man. This is so shit, this. This is it, man. This is the season. This is Atletico aren't even unbeatable. Should be able to beat
they've been, relatively speaking, poor in their league, haven't they? Not been on like the greatest run of form out. I mean, I know you can still say about us, but like, it's a good opportunity to progress. And again, I'd say we've been the better team today.
The fuck is that?
Barring the last maybe 10 minutes or so.
We've got to be careful as well. We don't get caught again.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise it's fucking game over.
Go.
The low.
It was the right pass to play, just.
So annoying.
The more I watch it, I don't think it is.
No, it's not.
I mean, he's grappling a little bit.
I think Alanga was just like, he's been tugging at my shirt a little bit throughout the whole run. I reckon if I go down, I might get
That's
the
a foul.
Yeah, I don't.
That's a joke.
That's a foul.
With 2 arms.
That's a blatant foul.
And then, especially because it's whilst they're they're attacking.
Yeah,
I don't understand
the Alanga one I don't think it is, but I think the Fred one is.
I don't understand how you can't argue that if Fred's like not fouled and able to track back, there's potential for him to help stop that goal.
Can we get rid of that thing in the corner, please? Just annoying me.
Put a column. Talking about him like that.
I can't believe that. Yeah.
I mean, this is just the thing, though, isn't it? When we go down, I don't know if it's fans projecting onto like our own lack of confidence onto the players. Maybe it's just like a bias thing from us. But I feel like whenever we go down, the players look less confident. They look like they take a hit and they're not resilient enough to just be like, right, let's fucking just keep at it and
Yeah.
put a bit of extra effort in, sort of. It just look like it gets in their heads.
I think we need to make a change at half time. There's no point coming out with the same setup because it's not working.
No, we've had one chance we've created so far.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, as much as I think we've been the better team overall and we've played some decent attacking football, we haven't exactly created chances, have we? Like, the Elanga one's the only clear-cut chance you say. There's a few times where I think we probably should have crossed the ball and that would have resulted in a chance that we've just not... or like there's been a pass on that we've not took, which probably would have led to a good chance. But overall, in terms of anything... Oh! The swerve on that! Sometimes just sees a bit of that, though. But, yeah...
Bruno with a shot there. Right, just cross it in.
It was
not a shot, free kick shot.
I'm going to scream.
But,
Come on.
gone! Oh. But yeah, as much as I think we've been the better side,
That's
we've
annoying.
not actually created
It's at half
much.
time now. Bruno here
Yeah.
with a shot, dipping from outside the box there. Just almost catches All Black out because it dips. It's like it's a low shot, but it dips, if that makes sense.
That's
Yeah,
deflating.
I mean, we have been a better team in that half, but they've got the goal. That's what counts.
That's it.
Get involved in the comments. Let us know what you think. A lot of anger towards the ref. Buff Egan fan page says robbed. Dan Cuba says so annoyed. Jordan Wings says this ref is brutal. Jack Campbell says this is robbery. Let's be honest. Ton Inman says disgraceful refs against us in the Champions League again and again. Alfie, what have you made of the refereeing? Has the referee cost us? Is that
I think the referee, on the whole, I mean, it's not been. I mean, it shows the lack of the standards for referees. Like, I don't think he's been awful in terms of, but that one, as I've been saying, I mean, I guess that's more to VAR because it seemed like they didn't bring up the Fred foul as I think to really check how I impacted the play. But I don't understand how that doesn't count as like a foul in the build up to the goal. And like, yeah, that's shocking to me. But overall, like, yeah, there's been a few things where like, oh, that probably should have been that like questionable things where like maybe you could have gave a foul for that or something. But overall, I don't think it's been. It's just been neutral, really. It's not been good or bad. It's just been.
I think it's easy to blame the referee. I think it was a foul on Fred. I think the majority of us do, however.
And also,
ourselves
I mean,
our way at the moment.
Regardless of the foul on Fred, it's shocking defending. Like Dallo, again, it's like Taylor's done for the offside goal, just doesn't check his shoulder. Dallo clearly doesn't know where his man is there. Yeah. Like, it's just, regardless, we should be doing better, and like we deserve to concede off that play.
Matt Novicic in the chat has been a member of the Academy for 3 months. Thank you for your support. Just hoping for a better second half, boys. Yep, me too. Get involved in the comments. Hit that like button as well. Let's get 2,000 likes. Regardless of what you thought of that performance, hit the like button. Yeah, Benga Kaza says, watch 3-1 is coming second half. Adam Hicks says, penalty for the foul on Bruno.
I don't think that was a penalty.
I thought it was a little bit soft. I mean, it's the old I've seen and given thing. He could have got it. It didn't look like a definite pen to me.
I'll be honest, if I was an Atleti fan there, I would have felt a bit miffed. Yeah. If that was given against me. Like, I could understand it and say I have seen him given, but I wouldn't exactly be like, oh, that's a clear-cut penalty, or like, I can't really be arguing that.
Shishadri says, De Gea mistake, to be honest. It was a floating cross.
I was thinking that, to be
hit
honest.
in the near post.
It doesn't seem to move. He's sort of just see. It was a header on the. He headed the ball quite close to his feet, and he's just sort of like go past the near post. Yeah. He's got a lot of space out at the front post.
Yeah, it wasn't great. I think with most of our goals, you can look at 3 or 4 people being culpable.
Oh yeah, it's always a comedy error.
It's never like it's just one person. It always feels like it's a team collective, and it feels a little bit like De Gea could have done better. Was it Delo could have done better? I think he was on the left-hand side. Was Tellez there over on that left-hand side? I don't think he was he? I'm not sure. But yeah, it wasn't great from a defensive point of view. But for me, it was a foul on Fred. I don't think the one in Langer is. I think it's a bit soft.
Yeah.
But the one on Fred, he just shoves him, just pushes him. I don't know why it's not given. I didn't think that was even a debatable one. I thought that's a foul. but no, it's not given. The penalty, yeah, we can argue about it. I mean, the fact of the matter is, you want to end these discussions and these arguments, just start scoring some fucking goals.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we've had one good chance, which came off Oblak's head. But other than that, we haven't really done a lot in terms of testing Oblak. We've had a shot from Bruno Fernandes from 20 yards out.
About 3 of those from Dallo as well.
Yeah,
Like,
none of them. I think not even Oblak had to
chances,
say. Half chances, yeah. I think there was one straight out Oblak, and then the other two got blocked by defenders. So yeah, you just want to see someone sort of create something. Jadon Sancho, he's getting past his man, but then him and Tellers aren't quite clicking. I feel like Bruno's sometimes holding on to the ball a little bit longer than he needs to. Elanga, other than the chance, I don't think he's been in the game as much as I'd want him to. So I don't know whether you change it. Do you bring on Paul Pogba, take off Bruno, or take off someone? I mean, I wouldn't take off Fred. I think he's been our best player.
Honestly, McTominay and Fred have probably been our best players. Like, they've been
I
really
think
good.
the obvious one would be Elanga for maybe Rashford or Cavani.
So the risk is you bring any players off. We've obviously started the game with a game plan.
Yeah.
Rashford is not known for getting back. He's
No.
not great defensively. Cavani, if we do bring Cavani on for app, we'd probably say Elanga. Changes the whole dynamic of the setup.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably having to switch to 2 strikers, or Ronaldo's having to stay further wide there.
But then saying that, when that Sancho's had the ball and he's beat a man, he's still too deep. He's got no one ahead of him.
Well, I think again that's partially because of Tellez, because he's not. Tellez isn't. You've seen Sancho complain to Tellez multiple times throughout the game, like, get up, give me an option to have a bit of interplay. Whereas because Tellez isn't committing, Sancho's having to drop deeper to get the ball and to create something himself rather than having that sort of link up on the wing.
Koff Mike has been a member of the first team 15 months, says this is the most I've seen Ronnie up for a game, but I feel like he's doing too much, dropping deep, etc. By the way, Fred, what the fuck? He's Brazilian. He sure is. Don't forget to hit that like button if you're watching, and also give us a subscribe. There should be a link in the chat. Give us a subscribe to the channel. Want to get to 700,000 subscribers by the end of the season. With your help and your support, we can do it. Stanio has been a member of the first team for 16 months, says we were clearly the better team, literally a forehead away from scoring, and the ref is doing everything he can to avoid giving us a foul.
I mean, they're looking at it now, aren't they? Well, the goal and the foul. Like, I just don't. I don't want to complain too much in terms of we shouldn't be conceding that anyway. There's multiple mistakes within the defence and like with De Gea, but I just don't get how that's not looked at or given.
It looks like they've only looked at.
I think Rio is pointing out that Delo's with his man, and I think Elanga's left Delo to almost. Is it?
Well, it looks like Maguire should be there on the 6, and Delo should be out on the 12.
There's two players same position there, aren't there?
Yeah. So he's saying Delo has got 2 there that he's because when the ball comes in,
I don't think you can blame Elanga there.
Well, I think that's from what it looked like. It looked like.
I remember he's just been fouled at the other end of the pitch.
I think he was arguing.
You got to see someone needs to be cut if your wing is going up and they're clear like opposite end of the pitch, and you can recognise they're not getting back. So one of the midfielders needs to cover and go out to fullback or shift.
Maurice Varela says he's been a member of the academy for 14 months. Says who's this guy, Fredinho? We're looking at the foul there on Elanga. What do you reckon?
It's not a foul.
I don't think it's a foul.
I think he does get his shirt tugged a couple of times during the run, but so maybe he's thinking, all right, sort of the accumulation of it. If I go down, maybe ref will give something. But the foul itself, it's nothing. There's I think he should have just kept going because he had the beating of the man. It seems he probably could have got a ball in the box. But I don't think there's much to complain there. Complain about, sorry. Chances.
Looking at that chance.
That's so not a clue what's going on there.
So unlucky. Matt Nazer says, is Fred being overworked? Are we asking him to make a mistake? He's popping up everywhere. Renegade on the B says, Simeone knows we can only score on the counter-attack. Time to take risk. Matic can play balls through the lines.
I think McTominay's doing that okay at the moment.
Yeah.
To be honest. I think it would be a waste of a substitute that.
Yeah, I agree. I'd normally, if McTominay was having a more typical game of him at 6, I'd agree. But I think he's actually played quite well today, and he's been progressing the ball well, whether it's through driving or through just getting the ball quickly turning, playing it out to the wing back. Like, I think he's had a good game.
We do need to change something though.
Trond Ivan Blomzer has been a member of the first team 15 months. Says De Gea not great, Delo not aware. Tell us out position and Varane so easy beating. Come on, we can still win. Fred has been superb.
Yes.
Yep.
George J says just saw Webby on the TV, lol.
We can't let this frustrate us now. Though. You can see already that Ronaldo is raging at the referees, but
Duncan says, don't care if it seems like an agenda, but Maguire's been poor again. Shaky, fouling in their box, and at fault for goal rushing out, leaving defence stranded. I'm not blaming Maguire for that one, I'll be honest with you. And I think fouling in their box, I don't even think that was a foul.
I don't.
One of them anyway. I mean, yeah. It's easy to just get annoyed with everything at the minute. Sam Potter says Pizza Boy is back. Is that a private joke?
It was on the last Watchalong I was on the Borough one. It was just asking about pizza toppings. What's your favourite pizza topping? And there's a bit of law and backstory here. But
go on.
Okay.
Fill us in. Give us the cut. Give us the short version.
I'm vegetarian, but because I know there's a bit of a thing on this channel of just eating meat and shit. So I was just like,
what?
There's
a bit of a thing on this channel about not eating meat.
Nah, so I was just panicking. I was like, oh shit. I just wanted to say maybe I should say a meat pizza, some form of pizza with meat on. So I was I just panicked. I just thought random fucking pizza toppings. So I said chicken and sweet corn. So Joe and RH were like, what the fuck? Is that your favourite pizza? I was like,
why? You didn't want to say that you're vegetarian?
I don't know, I just panicked.
I mean, honestly, I've got absolutely no feelings towards vegetarianism one way or the other.
I'm not saying you in particular.
Just
but
the horrible bastards that are on here when I'm not here. Them swats.
Nah, but I know it's daft, but I just panic. Just when you're in pressure on the moment, I just panic. Shit. So
there's no peer pressure on here, right? On here. If you want to be a vegetarian, it's up to you, right? I will not have your vegetarianism bandied around this office, willy-nilly. Schlot Goel says, JC's unbothered. I am angry. I mean, I'm smiling, but I'm fucking fuming. Hey. I still hold a little bit of hope. My hope hasn't died just yet. There's a big 45 minutes. Andrew Knabel says, Maguire stepped, didn't win the ball, and the shape broke down. That's how they scored. I told you before the game, Adam, that Maguire's in that stage now where he's going to get scrutinised for everything.
Let me preface this. I don't think I know better than Rio Ferdinand. But when they're conceding there, I feel like Maguire's so close. I think it's Tellers. He's literally next to him. I think if Maguire just comes aside a bit, he can. It helps. I think he leaves. He doesn't help out Delo there at all. Even if you just come across a bit for a second, let McTominay come back, so that Delo's a bit more confident in going out to the spare man. I don't know. I'm not saying it's solely. Again, I think there's multiple errors within that goal. But I think Maguire could have done a bit better.
IB says, having Martial for this game will be absolute. He can beat one or two players, cut in and shoot. We need more of that from Sancho. We need him product.
No.
I like Martial, I do, right? But, he can beat one or two players, cut in and shoot. He's not been doing that for us for a long time, really. That's the problem. I didn't want Anthony Martial to sort of end up leaving us. I wanted him to carry on the form that we saw 2 seasons ago, where he was sort of the player that we all hoped he would be. And I like the front three that we had with him, Greenwood and Marcus Rashford. Obviously, Greenwood's not available for the reasons we know about. Marcus Rashford's form has fallen off a cliff. It'd be great if Anthony Martial was still around to help us, but I just don't think he could.
Yeah, I think don't get me wrong, he has been this in the past, but as you could see from the last season or two, his form's been dreadful. I think people fall in love with the idea of Martial rather than what he actually is, which at the moment isn't that player at all. And he's just, I mean...
That's, again, that is... Shoulda, woulda, coulda, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got a good bench. I'm not...
Yeah.
Like you said, we're only half time.
Exactly.
We've been playing well. They've scored on the counter. We made a mistake. We can easily... we can win this.
Yeah.
We just need to fucking work for it now. we've got the bench. I'd like to see Cavani come on, but it's just who do we drop?
Yeah, let us know in the comments what you want to see. Do you want to see some changes? Do you want to see Cavani coming in, like Adam said? Do you want to see Paul Pogba coming on? Do you want to see Marcus Rashford coming on? We have got options there. You look at Pogba, Cavani, and Rashford. None of those three are bad players. There's goals there. There's a threat there. There's different types of threat there. What do we do?
We're only 1-0 down. Just remember that, guys.
That's it. There's no away goals as well, so it's not like that's a thing. We just need to go out and get an equaliser. It's just so deflating because we started off well. 20 minutes we were flying, and then we've just let them back in the game. They had a little bit of possession. They've got not an equaliser. Sorry, they've got a goal. Basically, they had 2 chances. One was offside, and then they had the goal. We had one really good chance where it hit Oblak's forehead from a shot from about 3 yards out from Anthony Elanga. Atletico just coming out now, back for the second half. United, we just need to get at him again. Ralph needs to earn his money now on the half time. And the fans that Ralph was rallying before the game need to step up. I'm sure they will. Yeah. Fraser says Pogba, Rashford on, Bruno, Elanga off. MB Create says Cavani up to Ronaldo as a 10, Matic for Bruno. There's a bit of debate going. Who you're going to bring on? How are you going to change it? No changes have been made. How can you change it? What can you do?
I wouldn't be mad if Bruno went off at this point, to be honest.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from on that one. My only things with Bruno is he is capable of producing something, even when he's not playing well. And I don't think he's playing particularly well today. He just has that in him where he can just give you that little through ball, like he did in Madrid in the Wanda Stadium. He just found that through ball for Elanga, and I don't think Bruno was doing much, but that through ball was the goal that got the ball that got us the equaliser. Big 45 minutes. This 45 minutes now is the season. This is United's season. If United don't get a goal in this 45 minutes, the season's done because we ain't getting top 4. The only thing we've got to play for then is fucking pride, and no one wants to play for pride. It's shit. United kicking off then. Don't forget to hit that like button as well and give us a subscribe if you're not doing.
We don't want the Conference League, do we, either?
You're saying here now.
In the first... We don't want the Conference League, do we?
No, the Europa Conference. Fucking hell, no.
That's a great ball.
Go on, Elanga. Go on, my son. Go on, my son. Oh!
Jeez.
Oh, what?
That's a great ball by Dalot, and that pass. It doesn't look like there's a deflection there. Yeah. I think it comes off his fingertips.
Oh, I don't know. The trajectory of the ball didn't seem to change.
Yeah.
The spin.
I think it was like literally like the slightest of touches. So you can understand the ref not seeing that, but.
Come on, the Reds.
Oh,
shit.
Fred did the hard bit.
Yeah.
Good start from United in the second half. Anthony Elanga going very, very close, straight from the kickoff. We've heard this one before, don't we? Close. We need to get goals. Come on, United.
I mean, you're seeing here, the Atletico forwards a bit happier to sit off, not pressing anywhere near as much as a structure when our centre halves have got the ball. They're happy to just keep this a bit tighter.
You can see look where they are here.
Yeah, they're much deeper. Like as a whole unit.
Come on, win it, Barset.
Ref! It hit the ref there. Bruno's going berserk.
Bruno's going to get booked soon, isn't he? Because he's complaining.
He can't. I mean, the rest might stop it hit him, innit? So
yeah,
he must be saying he isn't right.
But I mean, just more in terms of the mood of Bruno. It seems like he's just going to be arguing with the ref about everything, right or wrong.
We are, obviously the intensity's there, but there's a bit of headless chicken.
Yeah.
To us. We do seem to have lost our way a little bit and are just running around fucking berserk.
As soon as we go down, we just lack the. Even if we have the energy, we lack the confidence in ourselves, the patience, the composure. You can just tell that slight anxiety sets in the players.
That's it.
Brilliant. Go on, Sancho.
Run at him, Sancho. Skin him his shit.
Oh, I thought it was going through then.
Come on, the Reds. Come on.
I've only got a throw-in out of that as well.
We're doing well in transitioning it very quickly, though.
He's going to book you, innit?
Yeah.
Look at him.
Pricks. He needs to turn his aggression into in playing a bit better, into ability.
This is the thing with Bruno, isn't it? Like someone like Rooney, when he's getting annoyed, he just channeling it into.
That's a cracking ball.
No, it's too much on it.
Whereas Bruno, sometimes he does that, but sometimes you can just tell it just.
Oh, he's annoyed because basically when he went to take the throw-in now, tell us the Atletico players were warming up behind him so he couldn't take the throw-in. So Bruno lost his shit, and then the referee was like, "I'll deal with that."
The fourth officials had a bit of a
Yeah,
word.
he had a word with him, didn't he?
Don't mean anything that though, is it?
No.
I'd like to say that this is when Bruno starts to perform, when he's a little bit angry.
It's just a flip of a coin with him, though, isn't it? Like, as I was saying, just sometimes it manages to channel it and does the spectacular, but sometimes you can just see it just gets in his head and he starts playing rash and he starts playing passes far too early, not like taking poor touches. It's just which one of that are you going to get today?
Fucking hell.
Shite.
It's rubbish, that.
It's a useless ball into the box by Varane, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's no options on, so it's just see Varane looking at it.
Like you want your centre back playing balls over when there's a transition. Want them to be able to launch it over and someone run onto it, but there's no space at the back there. It's a pointless ball near enough.
He's got away with it there.
Just straight from that free kick down, it's just a hoof up, a header that sort of leads back to them and then they've got possession. Yep. Just need to get it on the deck, start playing football again. Fucking stupid foul to give away there, McTominay. It's going nowhere. Just giving him an opportunity to fucking milk it. Well, it is a foul. He just stood on his foot. We don't need to. It's not going anywhere. It's bloody brain dead. This is exactly what we didn't want to happen. Is Atletico having a fucking lead to defend. Said this after the first leg. Said, I think we're in it because they haven't got a lead to defend. And now we're giving it him. Right. Help him out. Help him out.
Who's moving about?
Fucking no statues.
Fucking off the ball movement from United can be so fucking lazy.
What the fuck are you doing?
Jesus.
What are you doing, De Gea? Fucking hell.
This is what I mean.
Why is he shouting at other people?
I know. This is
you
what
just
I mean.
Literally given the ball to them. To be fair, Maguire here just getting himself in a pickle. But then that is terrible.
Like at that point, just fucking oof it. Instead, like if you're not confident in passing,
I don't know if you can survive with both Maguire and De Gea at the time.
Yeah.
You got to make a decision about one of them. Oh come on, you got to go the other way there.
They're gonna buy every
time.
Every tackle, they're just gonna milk it, act like they've been shot.
This is all it's gonna be now. Yeah. Just got to stop giving them fouls.
Sense of frustration with every single one of our players. I just hope we don't leave it too late to make the change.
Yeah.
Because I do not want to go to penalties again.
Are you still thinking Cavani on?
I'd like to see Cavani, but it's who we take up. Like Elanga's, he's fell off this second half really.
What the fuck is Maguire doing?
Oh, that was bad. That.
Oh, no, he's Teller's trying. I mean, to be fair, he won it, but he absolutely bought that foul.
I can see Rashford coming on, to be honest. Because if we bring Cavani on and
Oh, actually, there's a knee in the back, to be fair. Come on. Look, there's a massive space there in between their lines, and no one's there. So we can progress the ball through.
That's it.
Oh,
Fucking hell, man.
shocking.
That's about 10 yards wide. It's fucking stupid. So this holding hands at home. Sorry, man. It's got to be better than that.
Somebody's up there right next to him. Not good enough.
$40 minutes, if that, to save our season, boys. Seriously.
it's looking rough.
This is just awful.
Started so promising as
It
well.
did,
I
didn't
know.
it? You know what I mean? You're up for it. You think, yeah, we can beat these. They're a beatable team. We started off well. Loads of possession on the front foot. And then we just did exactly what we fucking do all season. Just go to sleep. Yes, you can blame referees and fouls and all that. But even so, it's still not great defending.
Maguire's just
Alright,
looking
turn.
shaky.
Switch it.
By the minute. Oh, it's a good idea. But
It's a good idea, but he's just
Yeah,
giving away
yeah.
possession when he could have just given it to Tellez. Or Delo, sorry, I think. And we could have been away.
there was the
fucking
second there
hell.
where he fainted after doing the drive, where the pass was on to Fred to relieve
That's not
pressure,
where
and
we
he-
need Sancho, is it?
No.
He's practically in his own half there.
He's not having a great game, Sancho, to be honest with you. He's
No,
doing
he's
all right
not.
first half. I think he's just...
I don't think it's his fault. I think it's the way we're playing at the moment.
I mean, yeah,
we're
people
too
aren't
deep.
like whenever either of the wingers are getting up, no one's giving them an option.
It is true. He does have a lot of men around him. I'll give you that.
That's what we were doing good in when we were doing better in the first half. It's because we were committing forward and the midfielders were pushing up. Everyone was like,
Cavani warming up.
the spacing was right. Players aren't too close to each other where it's easy for the Atletico players to just get onto you, not too far away where you're not an option. But now players aren't committing forward when another player's attacking. It makes it so easy to dispossess us. And then you're looking for those like in that individual brilliance at that point to just
Well, that's the
someone
thing,
just
like,
take on three people and score.
If it wasn't Ronaldo or Bruno, I'd have brought him off. But like you mentioned
Yeah.
before, they've got that. Ronaldo's got that split second of genius in him.
Yeah.
And he's done it multiple times this season in Champions League.
So it's a tough one, but do you not take them off just because it's Ronaldo?
Oh.
It's 50-50. Because look how deep he's there.
He's trying to make the run over.
Fucking hell,
It's just
Delo.
shit. It's taking so
Jesus
long.
Christ.
Just taking too much time on the ball when we don't need to. It's just like the tempo's all wrong. Like it's just in
Oh
terms
my
of
God.
take time on the ball when they shouldn't, rush it when they should take time on the ball. Like it's just
Awful ball.
shite.
Can't do anything with that. Just giving it away. Giving it away. It's time to make some changes. Make them now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got 35 minutes or the season's over. Seriously.
That's poor Sancho.
Fred's done well there.
Yeah, passing it, making a good move as well. Go on and run it. That's poor from Ronaldo, unless no one's. Like, who's offering a... No one giving him an option there but to pass it backwards. No one
No.
making a run. No one coming near
No.
to give him a 1-2. It's fucking appalling. I don't get it in terms of United because it's been... no matter which players we have, which manager we have, it's always like this. No one makes a fucking effort. It's so lazy. I don't think it is in terms of like obviously having a manager with like who drove that into you helps, but I just think like as a player who's played football all your life, surely you have the intelligence and just know how. Just think, all right, he's isolated. Let me get near him. Let me make a run. Let me give him something. Like it's just the players are fucking lazy and just like I don't get how they don't recognise situations like that to where, all right, let me give him a bit of help because otherwise we're going to lose the ball and get countered here.
You do anything you can.
Move, you dickhead, ref. No fucking way.
Like, they're buzzing. We can pass it about the back all we want here. That's the type of pass we need to break it up.
There we go. Dallo actually made a supporting run and then... fuck's sake.
Skied it. Sancho at the back post there. Let's have a look at this.
I tell you what, that's unlucky. He's hit that perfect.
It's back that bit of backspin on us.
Yeah, he's just needed it to drop a little bit.
He was probably in the air for a bit too long.
Yeah. Oh, unlucky.
He had too much time to think about it, I think.
Good tackle. I feel like Ronaldo should just let Tellers have that and then made the run off the ball. We'll give him someone to pass it to him.
Keep going, Scott. That's better. Right, counter. Come on. Move.
This is what I hate.
You think we 1-0 up the way we play?
So slow. Take too long on the ball.
You did well there, Fred, because I don't think that was a very good ball.
I still think Fred's been pretty
Sancho,
good.
3 men around him all the time.
And no one, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, what subs do you make? What would you do? We've got 60-minute mark now. You need to think of what we would change up. What ideas have you got? Don't forget, if you're watching as well, hit that like button. Let us know in the comments what you think. Adam, what would you do? What would you change?
I think I'd go, but I think I would probably take Bruno off. I really think I think Cavani. Pop 2 up front. I think we just risk leaving Bruno's not. He's tracking back, but he's not really making bold tackles. I think McTominay's doing quite well there on his own, to be honest with you. Yeah. Even if it meant we dropped Fred back a little bit more, pop 2 up front, and then we'll probably take Elanga off for Rashford. Just get a bit more experience in beating a player. Yeah. Because that's what we're not doing. You know, we're passing the ball great, but we're not getting past anyone.
I mean, to be fair though, with Rashford, it's confident. He's not looks like he's confident to take on a player for about 5 months. Like, I obviously he's got the talent. Clearly, he's done it for years. But like,
make the changes now, man. I'm sick of the
silence. Like there's no.
Do you know what I mean?
I can understand leaving it a little bit in just a normal game, but when your season's on the line, you need to be making changes already.
Atletico countering.
He's on his own.
Oh my god!
It was just left on
jogging,
his own.
Like Dallo's just jogging alongside him instead of trying to get in position to challenge him. Like,
I think someone wanders off.
Look like Dallo's like sprinting there. He looks like he's just jogging, and he's making an effort to get. Like, he's not sprinting at all.
There's no communication. Varane's ran out, not knowing anyone, thinking that someone's behind him.
Shocking that from Manchester United. Is it just a straight swap then if you took off? Who did you say? Sorry, Bruno for.
Yeah, I'd take Bruno off. And probably, if you are going to take Bruno off, probably Pogba. Maybe he makes the impacts like who was it? It was against Milan.
Free header that. Really?
Oh, who was it?
From that corner for Atletico.
There was a game. I don't know. But yeah, I'd probably take. Yeah, I think Bruno's just not having an influence on the game, really. Like, there's time, even when he's playing poor, but you know he's getting on the ball a lot still, and he's playing a lot of chances. You just know one of them just needs to come off. He's not getting on the ball. He's not really attempting even to play many passing behind. So, I mean, again, with Bruno, you can never discount him in terms of he just needs to get on the ball once and think. But it doesn't look like one of those games where he's exactly going to have a big
Even
influence.
look now, like,
Like,
if you look
there's
where
no
our three
movement.
midfielders are, they're just stood there,
Yeah.
compact.
Which is exactly what Atletico want. Like, what? Where nobody's moving. Bruno's just backpedaling. Ronaldo's jogging. Alanga's nowhere. Like, it's so lazy. You can't even have the excuse like, "Oh, you're being pressed."
What? Brute, right? Seriously, come on.
Fucking hell, this is shit.
I think he will go off.
I do. I think he's got him.
What do you want to do, Jay?
Yeah.
I would take off the way. I mean, I like Bruno, but the way he's been playing the last 5 minutes, I think he might just be playing his way out of this game. Maybe swap him for Pogba. Maybe swap Elanga as well for Rashford while we're at it.
Yeah.
Maybe even just go in turbo and take off. I'd probably leave Sancho on for a little bit longer, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe give Cavani 10 minutes. If it's still like this, we're 80 minutes in.
It's a good ball.
That's a ball that from... come on, Sancho. What do you think? Do you think go for it? Go for it now? You've got to go for it, haven't we? You're not just trying to get to extra time. You're just trying to get... trying to win it still, but... You know,
Well,
at
if you
least
make the
just got to
three
get a goal
change it.
first.
I think he'll make 2 subs. Well, I'm hoping so in the next... Well, hopefully when next goes out.
Yeah.
He's bought that foul there, Fred.
We've got a foul there quite close to the box. I think we make 2 subs now, and I think we see what happens as we get to like the 80th minute mark, like you said.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the risk is making that 3rd substitute if it does go into extra time. They've not made any subs either. Legs will play a big part of this game.
Yeah, definitely. I think you just have to play for it. Just try. I mean,
There's no point.
We don't-
point to play for a draw. I
No.
hate that.
And
We should never do that.
No.
we're
you've
going
gotta
to
go for it,
be
haven't
we're
you?
going to be far more tired than them as well. They've just been sitting back for a full half. Like both like physically and mentally, because it's different if you're getting pinned back in your own half, defending extremely taxing. But if you're purposely knowing this is the plan, you're chill, you're fine. So like I think you have to try and get the win, because otherwise if it goes in extra time and you're facing more of just trying to break them down and just it's I feel like we're just gonna get worse throughout. So
I just don't think this referee's been fair at all.
it's just been very soft both ways. I think really like people been able kind of fancying that short pass to Sancho Tellers.
Oh! It's a great ball, that.
Yeah.
He's too
Ronaldo's
too
tooth
bothered
came out.
about. He's too bothered about the defender that's marking him.
Yeah.
Look.
Oh. That is a great ball, to be fair. I think
They've run into each other, man. For fuck's sake.
Oh.
That's a mistake.
It's just typical, innit? Typical United.
Right,
Matic and
so-
Rashford.
Well, that's something I
Alanga.
didn't think. I'd
Alanga
see.
for Rashford
Yeah, I didn't.
and
I mean-
Matic.
I'm guessing it's probably McTominay. Even though I wouldn't take him off, but just in terms of
McTominay for Matic.
Looks like it's Pogba's
So,
going on as well.
yeah,
Is Pogba coming on as well, did you say?
looks like
It looked like he was behind Matic.
Bruno for Pogba. So triple substitution by Manchester United. Pogba for Bruno, Matic for McTominay, and Rashford for Elanga. Doesn't surprise me that. Maybe a bit surprised that he's brought on Matic. I don't mind it because I quite like Nemanja Matic. But
He brings calmness to this game, which we haven't got at the moment.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
that's
think
true.
that is the main reason he's come on. Do we get a 4th sub in extra time?
I think we do, yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
If we get there,
We will get there.
that's the spirit.
He doesn't seem too pissed off, does he, Bruno? I think he knows that he hasn't been great today.
Yeah, I mean, you're not been great, and also, you know, you've got a player in Paul Pogba coming on who's obviously very
Yeah.
good. It's not like you're being sub for some untested
Yeah.
youngster.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I think you have to hold your hands up sometimes and say, okay, you've had 60 odd minutes, you haven't really been able to affect the game, and then bring on someone who can. Go on, Marcus, skin him.
He's not
fucking hell.
You know when Pogba
that is awful.
Immediately came on there and he's just sprinting up the pitch. I appreciate his effort there, but what he just did was leave a massive gap where someone would want to play a ball and no one's there, and it's just like.
Oh, it's 5 subs in Europe. Everyone's saying
5 subs.
Oh yeah, because you get free like.
I was going to say like,
subs, don't you? But you can make.
I'd still like to see Cavani because Ronaldo.
I mean that makes
tell you what,
sense.
if Edinson Cavani
against the three at the back,
gets us through to the next round, then he can have as many days off as he wants. I don't care. I'm not asked. Just need to see something from him, and in this competition.
The only thing again with Pogba,
get it on the deck. Just play the ball.
The only issue I have with Pogba playing is just that he's very prone to giving away daft fouls.
He's got to be off.
Yeah, that's off, surely.
Was he off?
I think he was. I mean, he was kind of off camera, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
come on, United.
Again, where's the movement? Pogba, you're the wrong side of your man if you want to get the ball.
Right, go on. Down that right-hand side.
It's in and open, really, isn't it?
Almost a good ball. Oh, it's too much on that header.
That pinball at the moment.
Yep.
That's one of the worst shots I've ever seen in my life.
Take solace in that.
I don't know what. He's for about 50 yards out. Felix shot, and it's just gone about 30 yards wide.
Looks more like a through ball.
And it barely reached the fucking touchline as well. It was that weak.
Switch is on there. That's it. Oh, well, maybe not.
Oh.
Not when you play it. Oh, if instead of salting like that, he could have kept that in maybe. I mean, there's a poor ball. Don't get me wrong, but like, it's just making that effort. Like,
is if we'd have gone out to PSG, remember we got like you go okay, it's frustrating or whatever, but PSG, you know, PSG. Atletico, it's not that great. This isn't an Atletico side from like 5 or 6 years ago when they were flying. This is an Atletico Madrid side that defensively have been all over the gaff this season, and you know we saw it in their place in the first leg. Like they can switch off. And it's just like, we've just not really got at him.
It feels like they're the Spanish version of us, to be honest.
Yeah.
But take that as you like. Come on now. That's better.
Except they're a bit happy to be us. They're a bit more comfortable, innit?
What's that we go?
Oh, why is Matic bombed all the way up there and then I know he's not got the legs too, really, but we've got lucky that we've managed to force him back. Like, you're bringing Matic on to provide some cover for the defence, and he knows he's not got the legs to track back, and he's just sprinting all the way up.
Like, shit performance.
You just expect a bit better intelligence from Matic there, really.
Go on, Marcus.
Oh,
it's a fucking terrible ball.
Like, Matic could have probably held on to it there and just driven, because like, the space that was there would have put him in a better position anyway.
Come on. We need to drive at him. Rashford seems scared.
I think people forget that dribbling's an option half the time.
That's a foul.
Which is what I like so much from McTominay in the first half. It's like, because I feel like he forgets that as well sometimes. That if there's nothing on and there's a bit of space for it, just drive. There's so many times where I see United players have space in front of them, have space to do something, and that's going to draw people to you anyway to create a passing lane for someone else. And we just don't take it at all. We'll just play a shit pass instead.
Fred drops off a bit this second half, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He seems to have. I think he's made a couple bad passes and he's carried it on. What he should be doing is playing the simple passes for 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Then cracking on. But this is.
I think it's partially as well in terms. I mean, don't get me wrong. This isn't an excuse for Fred because it's his own limitation, him being poor. But I think it's partially because he's been forced to drop back in this, and not be able to run on with it. Like it's his own fault. He's a very limited footballer, and like you want more from a Man United player who can
fucking shit that cross. That
who
ball,
shouldn't
too near the keeper.
Only be able to perform within a 25-yard section of the pitch or something. But like. I think that's partially
I
why.
think he's given a foul there, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Against Ronaldo. Every single cross has been terrible tonight.
What?
Is he actually
Did you
given a
touch
foul
him?
for that?
Oh, gee, fuck, he's just time wasting, isn't he?
Thought it only allowed, so
Cavani.
it's
Looks like
6
Cavani's
seconds.
coming on.
Eric Ramsey onto him and all. Need to actually learn to cross the ball first. Though.
I think we'll see Sancho go off.
I think you're right. I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
I think Rashford will come over to this side, won't he? Or maybe even Pogba.
Yeah, you could probably go 4-4-2, and have 2 strikers against their 3 centre halves, and then maybe McTominay and Fred as the 2 older, and then have Pogba on the left, that sort of left space that he likes, and then Rashford as creators.
We've had all the ball though, haven't we? And we've just not done much with it.
Yeah.
He's going
Do you
wrong
notice
way.
that?
Fuck's
Just
sake.
whenever Maguire
Back to the keeper
gets
again.
the ball passed to him,
Yeah.
I feel like he always looks down whenever the ball comes to him. He can't. It feels like he never receives the ball whilst keeping his head up, and I feel that's why he gets pressed so easily. And he,
Come on.
come on. Oh fuck
Oh,
off!
What is he doing?
This ref's a fucking
Absolutely
joke.
bought it.
What's he doing?
Knows. He initially held his head. Fucking hell. Oh. What? This is just
What is this ref even doing?
Fred off.
Fred off. He's faded a bit in the second
Yeah.
half. He's
No,
good in the
let's
first
do it.
half.
No,
Why not?
I understand it.
We've nothing to lose now. Apart from Champions League.
Just the entire season. No pressure. But
If we go 2-0 down, and we're popping shut-offs and the keeper's saving everything, it's totally different to us playing like this. I don't mind losing with pride, but this is just, it's poor. And I've seen it week in, week out since the start of the season.
I'm just trying to think what for me.
It's a foul.
That's a foul.
It's a booking. I don't understand what he's doing.
This ref's lost the plot. Seriously.
Needs to be a good cross here. Great aerial threat in the box.
And you got Ronaldo, Maguire, Pogba, Cavani, all 3. I mean, all 4. Sorry. That's the thing. It's on paper, we should be fucking mint from like set pieces and corners. Like, that's
Go
the
on.
ball.
Oh! Saved it!
Oh! Fuck's sake,
We got
man.
corner. Oh.
Offside.
It's a great save.
Oh, for fuck's, that's going to be the best chance we get, isn't it?
Mike C, he's been a member of the Academy of 16 months. Says, don't normally complain about the ref, but this one is a joke. Repeated fouls, no cards. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, second half.
He's just let so much go.
I always feel like I sound bitter when I complain about the referees, but it's different. It's different in the Champions League, and especially in this game. It seems like the refs really do listen to calls in the Champions League, especially if you might disagree with this, but with Spanish teams, I feel like they're more favoured.
Yeah.
No matter who they're against.
Come on, Paul Labille.
Again, look at that space there.
There you go.
No one occupying that space.
At least we've got Poggy that can, he can put those passes in. Come on, United.
Oh, yeah, Ronaldo recognising us first, but this is just what I want because you can use the touchline as a man to marker.
So far, he's fucking shoved him.
I don't know.
It's a push that. It looked like a shove there. Fucking, I was getting nothing from this ref, really. Come on, you got to get a challenge.
Yeah.
Don't let him in a fucking area.
No one's the right position there.
Oh my god. Right, go on.
Hurdled him. Like, come on.
Give it Marcus.
Yeah. Oh, he looked forward. Like, you're just giving him more chance to settle.
That's so shit, Ronnie.
What was that? It's just like Cavani had about 5 seconds to pass it to Rashford as
I
he's
know,
driving.
I know. And he held
He
on
just
for
passes,
too long.
holds on for too long, and then the pass was still on though as well to Rashford, even after he held it on, and then he passes it backwards. Like, you know, what they want to do is get in their shape and just sit there. One of the few rare opportunities you're going to get where they're not going to be perfectly in shape, and you're countering. You've got players running up and driving, and you're not taking advantage of that. Like, we beat ourselves almost half the time because we just don't fucking utilise like opportunities that most teams can recognise and take advantage of. Like the amount of times and like the amount of passes that have been on, like good passes, good opportunities to help speed up a transition, and we just don't use them. And it's not just this game; it's every fucking game. But like, it just frustrates me so much. Like you can forgive it just every now and then. So like sometimes, yeah, if a player's facing the wrong way, or whatever. But it's a consistent trait and behaviour that Man United do, which just it fucks us. And we wonder why we can't break down a low block when we're given the opportunities to break them down. We don't take them.
Oh, for fuck's sake! It's give a foul against Varane, I think.
Felix has been swatted by the ball.
Sorry, I did take some slight enjoyment out of that.
Wind them up. That's what we need to do. Come on.
Wind them up, coax them out of the shape.
They love it, don't they? They love the drama.
What was he even down about?
Get on with it.
Pff, 80th minute. Not got long left.
We've got another
Season's gone to shit. 10 minutes to save the season, man. Seriously.
Who else we got on the bench?
Matter. This is just so fucking shit. I can't believe how poor we've been. Been poor this game.
Yeah.
We have not good enough. Initial 20 minutes, 25 minutes, which you expect anyway. And then that is it. You know, what else have we really done?
Yeah,
You
outside
had
of
the
that
Langish
opening.
chance, that is it, really.
There's the one where the cross where Ronaldo and Maguire run into each other.
That's what I mean.
Like, it's if they don't do that, arguably, I know you're talking very much like ifs, buts, and maybe sort of like, but if they actually fucking communicate and don't run into each other, that maybe Ronaldo has that slight second to actually reach the ball. Like, it's just daft shit like that. It's such fine margins, but in small
Get rid of that
things,
fucking ball.
small things, but it has massive impacts on the game.
Yeah, I agree.
And we're so consistently bad at making sure we do the small things.
We've got a chance here. I know we have. I know we've got a chance.
Fuck's sake.
No foul, no foul. Come on!
Let's make use of our well-renowned prowess from corners. Per ball. Dallo's going to twat it from...
Oh, fuck off.
Dallo's done me fucking head into the...
He's every right to shoot there. We're not creating any other chances.
It's just annoying. He's not that far out, to be fair. It's just... Matter.
Why not?
I mean, yeah,
Why
you need
not?
chance creation, don't you? They're not really offering out at the other
Maguire.
end. Fair.
That says it all.
Probably
that,
drop Matic at centre half.
Come on, United.
Okay, if you
Come
concede, we need to score. Otherwise, so I understand just sort of sacking off the defence almost and just try and get as much chance creation as possible.
They've not attacked us. We've just not gave her anything.
Yep.
Three to the back. That's all.
Although now they're using this as a...
Come on, that's fucking dirty.
This ref,
Why is
I
he not
honestly think
boxing?
it's like he's won a competition to ref a game of football.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh.
Just sloppy.
That's it. Pressure, pressure.
Give him the fucking ball, come on.
Come on, Reds.
Seriously, this is just horrible.
Scheiße.
Good pass.
Quick, into Matter. Matter's been... It's so fucking slow. Like, you had so long to play that pass into Matter where the defence aren't set and marking the players and that. Marking the forwards.
Rashford's been poor.
He hasn't he?
It's a foul. It's a fucking shoved him again. 3 times he's shoved someone.
How have they not had a booking? Oh, we just fucking iron it in the box and open.
It's a bad touch from Sancho, and he took a heavy touch.
Back to the keeper, man.
Quick, give it the low. Quicker, fucking hell.
Like, you didn't need to take that
That's
long.
what I mean, just like, well, it's your first touch, man.
It takes so long on the ball.
Yeah, little gap.
Shit ball.
Oh,
I
Rashford's
don't
been so
believe
bad.
it. I don't believe it.
He's been shocking. You take the foul
That's
away.
so thick, that from Diogo Dalot. Shit from Rashford and shit from Dalot.
Oh, now he booked someone. Nothing to say.
No. Again, it's not like they've even defended well, necessarily. Like, yeah, they've sat back, but I'd say there's been so many openings, so many chances to play a ball, to create a chance to run at them. We've just not took advantage. Like, we don't help ourselves at all.
Oh, I didn't see Cavani. What the fuck is
Cavani's
that?
been shite since he came on at all. Not done anything. And when he has been on the ball, he's just took too long, made the wrong pass, or just made a shit pass.
So brain dead, that from Paul Pogba. He's going nowhere. Don't foul him.
Oh my god.
Ugh, fuck. This is grim.
There's still time.
That's a spirit.
Yep.
We need the spirit. We need
I need
it.
some fucking spirits in me watching this.
No, that was not the one.
Come on. Another 6 minutes here.
It's poor. And then like,
I feel sorry for Sancho because he's trying. He's just
No one
constantly
offering him.
surrounded by blue shirts.
this is what I mean. I don't mean to keep harping on, but
Oh,
we
and
don't
it's
help
a
ourselves.
fucking
No one
endless
offers.
chicken, man.
No one makes an effort. Like as a unit. It's just always individual players will make an effort on a night. Like, oh yeah, at least he put shift in. But
So
like,
he's just going to fucking chill there while they play on. Goal kick.
Boston player, what the fuck? Jesus Christ. Well, I don't think
He has
it went.
not a clue, has he?
No, I didn't think it went out. How was he showing a yellow card to Fletcher when there's been about 10 fouls that deserved a yellow card?
Darren Fletcher getting a yellow card when so many fucking Atletico Madrid players haven't got a yellow card is the most ironic thing of the evening.
Man.
Just not turned up again in an important game.
How many minutes are we getting added on, do you think?
2 knowing this fucking
Yeah.
ref. Probably take minutes off.
Well, was that a foul at them? That Pogba was had 2 men on him, and it looks like a foul on Pogba. Oh, just fuck off. He's not even looking like. He can't help being tall. Like, it's.
Chris Campbell in the chat says, desperate for some of that individual brilliance we had early in the season that saved us from time to time.
I know.
What is it, 4 minutes of added time?
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Better not do it out. We're against the one team you wouldn't want to be against in terms of.
Little bastards,
needing-
aren't they?
Yeah. In this situation.
Come on. Risk.
Right.
Cavani's done
Oh,
fuck all as well.
he's been shit.
Cavani's been shit since he come on. Rashford's been terrible since he come on. Do you know what I mean? There's only Matic who's come on and look like he's got a fucking Scooby-Doo.
Whoa.
Could've
How
won-
did he
could've
not-
won
how did
that.
he not get into that?
He could have won it. And it's
And
like,
then
don't
and
try
now
and
he's
pull
fucking
him.
jogging back. So fucking lazy.
Great tackle.
That's better, right? Go on, Marcus. Fucking run at him.
Why is he just like? I don't get this when he like absolutely sprints over. He doesn't even give a card. Like,
Come on. Get everyone in the box.
fuck man, that's a shit. That was shit.
That's the
Oh,
worst.
Good God.
Fuck off. This ref's wank. Fuck's sake.
It's just so fucking depressing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Matt Wick says, who's been a member of the first team for 16 months, says more likely to score from Joe running on the pitch and nutting Oblak at this point. Yep.
Could you not text him, ask him to do
Yeah,
it?
let's give him a little.
Yeah.
Come on, one last chance.
Okay, off that though. That's
Fucking
it.
hell.
That's it then. I'm surprised I didn't give a foul for that. Oh, fuck me. We got so lucky there.
One last chance.
I just... Why anyone... Rashford just fucking standing there. People just standing there. You've got 30 seconds left in a game that defines your season and you just fucking standing. Fuck's this. That shit ball.
Get up. Get everyone up the pitch. Get the gear in the box.
Everyone. Especially the last kick of the game, probably.
That's it.
Let's hope we can have a bit more of a presence in their box than he does in ours.
Shit
Yeah,
corner.
that's it. That's game.
Dumb.
Fuck's sake.
What a fucking waste. What a waste of fucking time.
That was shit.
That's it. We're out of the Champions League. Manchester United go out of the Champions League, losing 1-0 at home to Atletico Madrid. An absolutely shocking performance by both Manchester United and the referee. I mean, we can blame the ref on that. You know, he was poor, but United didn't turn up for me either. We are going to be back with a review, a full-time review. There's a pinned comment in the chat, so we'll be back shortly with a review. So make sure you are getting all your comments in. Let us know what you're thinking about that. Join us for a live review where we look back at the bone, pick through the bones of that. As United season's more or less over now, innit? Because I don't think we're going to get top four. We're out of the Champions League. It's fucking shit.
Oh, fuck off, Luis
Fuck
Suarez
off.
on my screen.
Right. Yeah. This has been Stretford Paddock. Watch along. Make sure you join us. Click the link. Click on the link and join us for the live review after that awful performance. You can all get involved and let us know what you think about it. IBJ. That's been Adam. That's been Alfie Hay. That's been Adam Clare. This has been the watch along. Join us for the review where we're going to go through what was a bit of a shit show of a Champions League exit. Thanks for watching.